Hello, everyone. We are currently live and we want to welcome every single person that is watching us during this time. Welcome to our 2020 Candidate Forum, specifically focusing on Haitian American women who are running in Dade County and Broward. Again, we just want to welcome everyone. My name is Naomi Blamere. I am an author, a coach, and a businesswoman in the city of North Miami. As a managing partner at BL Consulting, we provide accounting and tax solutions and small business solutions as well for branding and marketing strategies for public figures. 2 years ago, we took it upon ourselves to bring the candidates to you. We decided to use social media as a platform by which you can meet candidates. During that time, we brought to you candidates running for state attorney, state senate, state representative, county commissioner, mayor, city council, city clerk, judicial offices to become county and circuit judges. Today, due to COVID-19, we decided to put a virtual forum together, beginning with our very own Haitian American women who are running for office. They are running for offices here in Miami-Dade County as well as Broward. Although there are only 11 women here on the forum today, we want to be clear that there is a total of 14 women running for office during this time. And we will share the 3 names that are not here later on. So we just want to thank those that are here today. Thank you so much for taking this opportunity to spend time with us, spend time with the community, and share your platform. As far as the program goes, today we will present each candidate to you. We will give them an opportunity to introduce themselves, share their platforms with you, and let you know how you can support them. Pour tout Haitien-Américain kap gade nou kounya, nan pran moment sa pour nous saluer et pour nous dire merci beaucoup que vous branchez. Non pas moi c'est Naomi Blamere, moi c'est une femme d'affaires qui gagne un cabinet comptabilité dans ville North Miami. Nous gagne 2 ans là depuis nous t'ai commencé porter candidat pour informer communauté sur médias sociaux. Nous t'ai porté candidat cap courir pour avocat général, sénat, député, magistrat, commissionnaire, consul, city clerk, à poste judiciaire qui a couru pour venir judge. So ma ba nous créole là et anglais en même temps. OK? Mais je dis à cause de coronavirus là, nous mettons un forum sous place, un forum virtuel pour nous porter nouveaux candidats 2020 au bas nous. Nous bien contents et nous très fiers que Jodia n'a porté 11 candidats baou qui c'est haïtien américain qui a couru pour poste dans le sud de Floride. OK, nous voulons connaître que malgré 11 personnes que n'a porté baou Jodia, c'est pas 11 femmes seulement qui a couru. En total, nous gagnons 14 femmes haïtiennes américaines qui ont couru pour poste dans Miami-Dade County avec Broward County. Dans le moment ça, nous voulons prendre temps ça pour nous dire et 11 mesdames qui ont accepté pour être là. Merci beaucoup et nous souhaitons que tant ça va passer avec nous, avec la communauté, à un temps qui va passer très bien pour nous-mêmes. Pour le programme, nous pourrons présenter candidat yo a dit pour qui poste y a courir, y a dit expliquer aux plateformes yo ça t'est inspiré yo pour yo te courir pour poste ça et qui gens vous ka connecter avec yo. Nous voulons pour connaître que c'est pas seulement moi-même qui l'a jodi a qui c'est un host, nous avons 4 hosts avec nous qui c'est premièrement monsieur Anthony Bonami, qui c'est un stratégiste politique qui l'a avec nous aujourd'hui. Monsieur Bonami.
Hello, everyone. I would like to, should I introduce myself? Let me do it now.
Okay, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself in a little bit. Après ça, nous gagnons avec nous Mademoiselle Sandra Saint-Hilaire qui est avec nous.
Hi everyone. Bonsoir tout le monde.
Ok, après nous gagnons avec nous Dr. Vanessa Pierre qui est là avec nous.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Très bien. Normalement, ça, nous voulons que pour partager live ça, parce que nous connaissons que mesdames yo a fait travail yo pour yo courir, mais c'est responsabilité nous pour nous faire tout le monde connaît qui est soyez, qui pour poste y a courir et qui gens moun ka supporter nous. Supporter. So, normalement, ça, n'a prend 1 minute, s'il vous plaît, partagez live là. OK, pour tout le monde qui est branché, s'il vous plaît, partagez live là. Encore, nous avons 4 hosts avec nous après-midi. Moi, c'est un host, Naomi Blemure. Nous avons Sandra Saint-Hilaire qui est avec nous. Nous avons avocat Ronald Surin qui est avec nous. Nous avons Anthony Bonami qui est avec nous avec Dr. Vanessa Pierre. Okay, guys, as we move forward with our program for today, we want to let you know that we are putting this together for you to know who the Haitian-American candidates are, the positions that they are running for, and how you can support them. The first thing that we would like to do is to introduce our hosts. Myself as one, we have Anthony Bonami, who is the founder of AB Consulting Solutions with over 10 years of experience in government affairs. He has knowledge in various phases of municipal business tax, risk management, real estate, municipal budget, local, state, and national political campaigns, and grassroots organizing. He is a former administrative assistant for Miami-Dade County School Board, the fourth largest school district in the United States, and the former chief of staff for the city of Miramar, a city with 140,000 residents, 1,000 employees, and an operating budget of $256 million. Thank you so very much, Mr. Bonani, for being here with us. Next, we have with us Dr. Vanessa Pierre. Dr. Vanessa Pierre is a former political candidate for the city of North Miami. She studied at Bethune-Cookman University for her bachelor's degree and Novert Southeastern University for her master's, and earned her doctoral degree from Morgan State University. Aside from being an educator by trade, Vanessa owns and operates a waste management company, Eco Renew Solutions, which is located in Kwadebuke, Haiti. Vanessa is civically engaged in local community politics as a Miami's Next Leader Fellow and a former Forbes Top 30 Under 30 nominee. We welcome Dr. Vanessa Pierre. Next, we have Sandra Saint-Hilaire. Sandra is a political consultant and a campaign treasurer providing services to candidates in South Florida. She manages finances, campaign financing reporting, and ensures compliance with campaign finance laws, provides guidance and assistance in making financial decisions for the campaign, and assists clients in developing fundraising strategies. Welcome, Sandra. Last but not least, we have our very own Mr. Ronald Surin. From the courtroom to the political arena to the pew, Ronald Surin was called for a life of service to others. From an early age, before he knew it, he was prepared to be a voice of the voiceless. His task on earth is useless if it isn't geared to glorifying Almighty God. Welcome, Mr. Ronald Surin.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. And at this time, we're going to pass the floor over to Mr. Ronald Surin, who's going to give us our welcome.
Welcome everyone to our 2020 Candidate Forum of the Haitian-American Woman. It is an historical moment that we live in at this time. If we look back, it's been a long work for Haitian-American women, particularly in South Florida. Back in 1993, back in the 1990s, we started with Islan Salomon in 1999 as a council member in the city of El Portal, followed by Loa Chalmers Vincol in 2000. We had Yoli Robinson as the first state representative in District 104 in 2002. And in 2010, we had two candidates for Congress, Marlene Bastien and Yoli Robertson. And now we are blessed 10 years later to have more than a dozen women stepping up to the forefront, running for elective office only in Broward and Miami-Dade counties. So ladies and gentlemen, I welcome every one of you, and we hope that you have a great time here and be able to showcase your candidacy and be proud of every one of you. Welcome to every candidate tonight here with us. At this time, we pass it to Dr. Pierre.
Thank you, Attorney Surin. That was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This afternoon, I have the honor of reading the extensive biographies of Senator Daphne Campbell and Judge Phoebe Francois. Senator Daphne Campbell is an accomplished entrepreneur and former state senator with more than a combined 25 plus years of experience providing strategic and operational servitude. She's originally from Haiti and has been a registered nurse for over 30 years. The Honorable Daphne Campbell understands how best to leverage her extensive experience in politics and has been instrumental in using her expertise in the areas of crisis management, human capital issues, cultural diversity, and leadership development, as well as using her exceptional abilities to analyze and identify procedural problems, providing practical solutions that result in greater effectiveness and productivity. Welcome, Senator Daphne Campbell. County Court Judge Phoebe Francois was appointed by Governor Rick Scott on June 29th, 2018. She began her commission on July 2nd, 2018. She is currently assigned to Civil Division 81 and Criminal Division at the West Satellite Courthouse. Judge Francois' late grandfather, formerly a judge in Haiti, and father, an attorney, practiced in her native country of Haiti and were instrumental in shaping her values and work ethic. Judge Francois has been recognized for her work in the community. She was awarded the Woman of Distinction Award by the Lauderhill Chamber of Commerce in 2015 and featured as one of South Florida's most powerful and influential Black leaders of 2018 in Legacy magazine. Judge Francois received her undergraduate degree in psychology from Temple University in 1990, after which she received her Juris Doctorate from St. Thomas University School of Law in 1994. I would like to begin with Senator Daphne Campbell. My first question to you is, what seat are you running for, and can you please define the role?
Well, I'm Daphne Campbell. I'm running for State Senate District 35, and Senate District 35 encompasses North Miami Beach, Opelika, Miami Gardens, Miramar, Pembroke Park, Pembroke Pine, West Park, Hallandale, and Hollywood. You know, the role of a state senator is to pass a budget with a majority vote. That's our role. But the most things we do, again, is to discuss certain bills who turn to law. Like for my time, 8 years in office, 6 years in the House, and 2 years as a first Haitian senator in the state of Florida. I passed at least over 47 bills who turned to law. And I could mention one who's very, very important to me is the nurse practitioners who could never pass and who could never prescribe controlled substances. And now with my support and my colleagues' support, now they could do that. So this is the role for us, is just to pass the budget and to discuss bill during committees months and between the two chambers to discuss them on the floor. And once they pass the two floors, the two chambers, we send it to governor, whoever governor is in office, we send it to the governor desk. Once the governor signs it to law, and it's a Florida statute.
Thank you so very much, Senator Daphne Campbell. Judge Francois, what seat are you running for? And can you please define the role? Give us a minute, Judge. Naomi's going to unmute your microphone.
Okay, she should be able to speak now.
All right, Judge Francois, we're gonna segue to Sandra, and I'm gonna have to unmute you.
No, that's Priscilla. No, that was Burdette, I think. Oh, Priscilla.
So we're gonna segue over to Sandra, and then we're going to figure out your mic, and then we're gonna get back to you after that.
Hi, everyone. Today I have the pleasure of welcoming two candidates. The first one is Representative Dottie Joseph. Dottie Joseph is an attorney, a public servant who cares.
She's calling me. Why is she calling me?
He's calling you? Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Representative Dottie Joseph is an attorney, a public servant who genuinely cares about the community, civil and human rights. And she has humbly submitted herself to serve the people of Florida District 108. Representative Joseph was born in Haiti to Pastor Gonel Joseph and Marguerite Montpremier, a nurse and educator. She grew up in the district she serves, attended Miami-Dade Public School, and worked really hard and went to earn degrees from Yale University and Georgetown University Law Center. Representative Joseph is an advocate for equal access to quality education, affordable healthcare, public safety, and affordable housing. To preserve and protect our environment, and promotes economic development with living wage jobs and small business support. Representative Joseph wants to improve the quality of life for all who live, work, and play in District 108. Representative Joseph, which seat are you running for? And can you please define the role?
Absolutely. So for those who don't know me, my name is Dottie Joseph, and I'm proudly running to retain my seat because I currently hold the seat for District 108, which encompasses Miami Shores, El Portal, Biscayne Park, parts of the city of Miami, including Little Haiti, Liberty City Design District, as well as parts of the city of North Miami and whole swaths of unincorporated Dade. Now, Senator Campbell already gave you a little bit of an overview of what it is as a legislator. So that encompasses basically passing legislation as well as passing a balanced budget. I would say that the role encompasses slightly more than that in addition to it, at least the way that I like to practice it, which is, proactively solve problems in the community, whether it's helping people deal with unemployment compensation claims, people who have difficulty accessing food, that sort of thing, as well as developing and executing a vision for the community. And when I say the community, I'm not just talking about Haitian community. I'm talking about the Democratic community, women, anybody who cares about justice and equity. Also proactively addressing issues that come up, whether it's making sure that our community has access to testing in this COVID world. I'm pleased to report that I helped get the first walk-up testing site in Miami-Dade County set up, which focuses in addition on the Haitian community, addressing issues with FPL, that sort of thing. And then lastly is to develop leaders and have a plan so that we can continue to build the momentum that we have. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Joseph. We'll move on to Mrs. Sheila Shelfilus McCormick. Mrs. Sheila Shelfilus McCormick is an advocate, an executive, philanthropist, mother, wife, and overcomer. Sheila has invested 20 years into building healthcare for Americans who needs it most. She has spent the last decade lobbying on Capitol Hill to drive positive change in healthcare reform. As the innovative CEO of a company that provides home-based continued healthcare, she teaches families how to care for their loved ones and provide home-based continued healthcare. She teaches families how to care for loved ones and provide vocational training in the medical field. Sheila has seen firsthand the hardship her families are experiencing without access to healthcare. In 2018, Mrs. Sheffield McCormick became the first Haitian-American woman to run for Congress in Broward and Palm Beach County. She was part of a national movement of women committed to taking back the House, and she secured up to 30% of the votes within 3 months from a 26-year incumbent. And she only spent $30,000. Mrs. Shelfilus McCormick is a proud graduate of Chaminade Madonna College Preparatory School, Howard University, and St. Thomas University School of Law. Mrs. Shelfilus McCormick, what seat are you running for? And can you please define the role?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sheila Sheffield McCormick, and I'm running for United States House of Representatives. And the role of being a House representative is you're a legislator, which means that you're passing bills that touch and concern people's homes and their everyday lives. What we're missing right now is we're missing someone who has a voice and who actually suffers what we're suffering in the community. As a healthcare executive for the last 20 years and lobbying in healthcare, I really understand what we need. And as we see what COVID unveiled for us was that the health disparities that we experience in minority communities cannot continue because it actually is devastating our community, along with the economic development that we need in our community. We've had a business in this community for over 2 decades, and I've been at the helm of leading that organization and making sure that we had enough jobs, vocational training to make sure that we're all being uplifted. But aside on legislation, there's a portion where we have to be creative in finding solutions for on a national level to make sure our district is not being left out. And when it comes to stimulus bills, when it comes to any national cause that's going on. So we're in a time right now where we really need that voice of someone who's on the ground, leading from the front lines, and really defining how we're going to proceed in the future and ensuring that everyone in the community is not left behind.
Thank you so much for that,
Ms. McCormick. And now we'll pass it on to Anthony.
Thank you so much for that, Ms. McCormick. Judge Francois? Yes. So can you please tell us what seat you're running for, and can you define the role?
Good evening. My name is Judge Phoebe Francois, and I'm running to keep my seat as your county court judge. I'm currently assigned to the West Satellite Courthouse, which is in Plantation. I currently preside over cases such as small claims, criminal, criminal, civil, condo foreclosures, landlord-tenant evictions, traffic. Those are the type of cases that I preside over. I like to refer to my courtroom.
Judge Francois, I'm sorry, hold
Yes.
on 1 second, please. I need everyone to please mute. And if someone is watching on Facebook, you need to close your computer so that the sound can cease. Everyone please mute. Judge Francois, thank you. Please begin from the top.
All right, so I preside over, I know it could be the echo from my phone as well. So
Make sure to take your phone off of speaker.
it is off the speaker. Okay. So I like to call first in my courtroom as a people's court because I get to have an opportunity to have a one-on-one with my litigants. And I think it's important that we have a judge who will treat each litigant with dignity, with respect, and who applies the law to the facts of the case in a fair and compassionate way. And that's what I do in my court.
Thank you, Judge Judy. At this time, we will pass the floor over to Anthony Bonami.
Thank you, Naomi. Tonight I have the pleasure of introducing Miss Marie Woodson. Ms. Marie Woodson served as an assistant department director for the Miami-Dade County Community Action and Human Service, one of the largest social service agencies in the state of Florida. Ms. Woodson used her leadership skills, acquired knowledge, and expertise to provide oversight to various divisions under her purview. Her professional experience includes 35 years in various in government, having held positions such as division director, manager, administrative officer, quality assurance supervisor and analyst, counselor, social worker, and assistant. Ms. Woodson earned a master's degree in public management with a concentration in public administration from St. Thomas University in Miami, a Bachelor of Science degree from Florida International University, and Associate of Science in Public Administration from Miami-Dade College, formerly Miami-Dade Community College. Ms. Marie Woodson, what I would like to start off asking is what seat are you running for, and define the role?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marie Woodson, and I'm a candidate running for State House District 101. District 101 entails Hollywood, Pembroke Pines, Miramar, Hallandale, West Park, and Pembroke Park. As Representative Dottie eloquently stated, the role of a state representative is really to pass legislation to benefit your community as well, the state of Florida. As well, you are responsible to balance the budget for the state of Florida in conjunction with your colleagues. So not only that, it's not just passing legislation, as well balancing the budget, you are a public servant, which means when you're not in Tallahassee, you are supposed to be in your community serving the resident of the district and the resident of the state of Florida, because you might be in a district, however, someone from another district might call you and needs help. So really, you are a public servant. You are there to serve the public. You spend your entire time dealing with issues such as now we're dealing to COVID. So you have to be there and respond to the needs of the resident of your district. Overall, it's continuing to serve your community to the best of your ability and partner with other organizations in order to contribute to what your resident might need. In a nutshell, that's what it entails. And before I finish, I'm going to say thank you to Naomi, because I will not be able to stay for the duration of this forum, because as you can see, I am in a caravan that they are organizing. My volunteers and I, we are organizing a caravan for the campaign. I'm out there working, campaign, and rooting for all these beautiful women who are vying for public office. So I'm sending a shout out to all of you, and I'm saying thank you and keep up the good work. On August 18, 2020, we will be victorious. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Woodson. Next, I have the pleasure of introducing Ms. Gypsy Morris Metellus.
You ready?
I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. Next, I have the pleasure of introducing Ms. Gypsy Metellus, who is the co-founder and executive director of the Haitian Neighborhood Center, SUNTLA, an award-winning neighborhood resource center that serves as a lifeline for the Haitian immigrant population of South Florida. Her community involvement spans over 3 decades. Gypsy earned a Bachelor's of Arts in French Romance language from Queens College, New York, a Master's of Science in Bachelor of Arts in Modern Language Education from Florida International University, and a Postmaster Certificate in Educational Leadership from Nova Southeastern University. In 2004, she was conferred an honorary doctorate for community service by the University Jean Price Mars in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Ms. Metellus is multilingual and has a multicultural perspective shaped by her extensive travel to Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and the Caribbean. Ms. Metellus, we would like to start off with asking you, what seat are you running for, and define the role?
Thank you very much, Anthony. Good evening, everyone. I am Gypsy Metellus, and I'm candidate for County Commission District 3. And so the County Commission is the governing body of Miami-Dade, and it has purview over the affairs, the assets, the laws, the regulations, the policies that help from economics to social services, to health, to transportation, to traffic, etc. All of these quality of life issues that are provided for by your local governing body. And so the district in which I am interested, or for which I have declared my candidacy, is District 3, and it includes a number of cities, right? The city of Miami, which would include neighborhoods of Overtown, Liberty City, Little Haiti, Morningside, the Upper East Side writ large, as well as the cities of El Portal, Miami Shores, and a number of unincorporated areas that make up this diverse district, diverse ethnically, diverse socioeconomically, and clearly diverse in every ways that's important to ensuring and guaranteeing a good quality of life for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Metellus. Now I will pass it on to my host, Naomi Blemire.
Hello, guys. I have the pleasure of introducing to you Mrs. Narnika Grant. Mrs. Grant is a passionate educator born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. She moved to Haiti when she was 9 and lived there for 4 years while her parents worked full-time jobs to earn their degrees in New York. Once they completed their studies, she and her family moved back to New York and then subsequently moved to Florida. Narnika has a bachelor's degree in political science from Florida Atlantic University, a master's degree in cross-disciplinary studies with a major in conflict resolution from Nova Southeastern University. She is a proud PTO, PTSO president, vice president, and corresponding secretary for the past 7 years at 3 Broward County schools where children attend school. Narnika substitutes 12 days a month in Broward County. She's a wife, a mother to 5 children, and a sister to 5 siblings, one of which is her identical twin. Narnika is proud to say, all of my children have attended Broward County Public Schools and Broward County Charter School. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome candidate Narnika Grant. Please tell us, what seat are you running for, and how do you define the role?
Thank you so much for the announcement. I appreciate it. I want to also tell all the panelists, thank you so much for this opportunity. And the women that are running, I am wishing you all the best and victory in our primaries and our subsequent elections. So I am running for I'm running for school board of Broward County, District 9, which is a seat 9. And that's the at-large seat. So that's all of Broward County, and it encompasses all of Broward County. The role for that seat consists of approving the school board's budget, the district's budget. It also consists of implementing and amending policies. And then finally, we supervise the superintendent. There's a total of 8 members, on the board, total of 9, excuse me. 7 of them oversee specific districts, and while 2 of them oversee the entire county. And that is the gist of what's going on with the school board. I'm excited for this forum, and I'm excited to explain more about what I'm running and how I'm running and why I'm running. Thank you.
Excellent, Mrs. Grant. At this time, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Stephanie S. Thomas. Stephanie Thomas comes from humble beginnings, born and raised by Haitian parents who migrated to the US in the 1960s and later found their dream home in the city of Miami. As a public servant and a fervent resident of District 5, Stephanie has shown commitment, compassion, and leadership through her work ethics with fantastic integrity. Currently working in the government sector as a dedicated public servant for over 18 years, she has worked in the mayor and council office for almost 14 years, the finance department, and as a deputy city clerk who understands the importance of adopting legislation. Stephanie earned 2 master's degrees with a concentration in public administration from the University of Miami, UM, and a master and a Bachelor of Science degree in health informatics from Florida International University, FIU. She's currently pursuing a doctorate degree in health sciences with Eastern Virginia Medical School, EVMS. Ladies and gentlemen, Madame Stephanie Thomas.
I'm so sorry. Hello, everyone. Bonsoir tout le monde. My name is Stephanie Thomas, or Stephanie Thomas, whichever way you want to say it. I am currently running for the City of Miami Commission seat, District 5. The regular election is actually slated for November 2nd, 2021. So I'm so happy I'm on this platform because in my role as a resident, the position of a commissioner is very important. A commissioner enacts ordinances, approve balanced budgets, oversee expenditures, assist in decision-making on behalf of District 5, which is 46,000 residents, assures the safety and economic welfare of the community, prepares ahead for emergencies and crises such as, similar to COVID-19, and securing a safe place for our homeless people. Most importantly, making government more accessible to our citizens. Interacting with constituents and understanding their needs and the needs of the community is important as a commissioner. Engaging with business owners and find innovative, pragmatic solutions to build a harmonious system. My goal is to bring communities together in a collaborative effort. As the other candidates have said, our district is encompassed with the county, District 3, and the district that I will represent is some of these cities, Buena Vista, Liberty City, Little Haiti, Upper East Side, Morningside. So we are in a very dynamic place because in our area, in Upper East Side, Morningside, we were redistricted back in 2013. So this will be the first time in our area we will be voting within District 5. So I'm excited about that. And I'm glad to be on this platform tonight. Thank you.
Wonderful, Stephanie. Thank you so very much. We put it back to Ron Soulin.
And thank you, Madame Blemeur. Thank you, everyone. Now I want to present to you Nadia Assad. Nadia Assad was born and raised in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. She's a true community advocate, helping to bridge the gap between cultures by emphasizing our shared goals. Our focus is improvement in access and education, mental health services, and economic growth. An accomplished artist, a public servant at heart, Nadia joined the rank of wonderful women and running for public office. Welcome, Nadia Assad. Ms. Assad, we have the same question for you. What seat are you running for? And please define your role there.
Thank you so much, Ronald, for that introduction. Welcome, everyone. I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you for everyone that had made this event possible. It is a true privilege to be here, especially to BL Consulting, Ms. Naomi Blemeur. We appreciate the opportunity. My name is Nadia Assad. I am running for Lauderhill Commission Seat 3. And my role basically will be as collaborating with the other commissioner to represent the constituent in the city. Basically, we do the same thing that the legislature does. We also develop laws, we adjust them, to make it work for the people in the city according to what the city needs. We most of the time are responsible as well for the parks and recreation services, the police, the fire department, housing services, emergency medical services. We also responsible for public transportation, public works, and the street, the sewer, removal of trash, everything that has to do with the city. We as commissioners and mayors, we are responsible for that. Any issues that's going on, that's who the resident gonna be coming to help resolve those. It's a pleasure again to be here tonight. This is Nadia Assad. I'm running for Lauderhill Commission seat 3. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nadia. Wonderful resident of candidate in Broward. Now, my other wonderful candidate in Broward County is Nancy Metier. Nancy has called Coral Spring her home for over 20 years. She's a graduate of Coral Spring Charter Schools and a recipient of Dr. Martin Luther King Scholarship. She's truly a product of Coral Springs. Nancy earned a Bachelor degree of Science at Florida Agricultural Mechanical University and a Master's from Johns Hopkins University School of Public Health. She serves on Broward County Commission on the Status of Women and the City of Coral Spring Neighborhood Environmental Committee. She's a passionate, skilled, and qualified leader of the future. Nancy Metier, please tell us what seat you're running for and define your role there.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Ronald, for that introduction, and everyone who took the time to plan this event this evening. I am humbled and honored to be among such amazing women who are paving the way in politics. So again, my name is Nancy Metier. I am currently running for Coral Springs Commissioner. Commissioners are local legislators. They are responsible for and responsive to the citizens that help them get elected. They review and approve annual budgets. They establish long and short-term objectives. They pass ordinance and resolutions. They regulate zoning. They control business activities and licensing. They mandate public health and safety, as we're seeing right now in COVID-19, and they communicate policies and programs to residents. Our city commissioners impact every aspect of our lives, and that includes our water, our internet, filling potholes in our streets, whether we would like a traffic light and put it in a neighborhood with high traffic that causes a lot of accidents. We are very local based, and local government is very important. As someone rooted in Coral Springs, I want to work together with my community to implement these roles in the city I call home. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Ms. Metier. Now I'm going back to Dr. Pierre for the next phase.
Okay, so what I'll do, I'm Sandra. I'll introduce our next candidate, last but not least, Ketley Joachim. Ms. Ketley was born and raised in Cap-Haïtien. As a proud mother, the 56-year-old identified early in life how important it is to give and help others. The example was set early in life as she saw her mother and father work hard to provide a balanced life for their family, while doing all they could do to support the neighbors in achieving the same balance. Ms. Jacqueline believes in community service, loving thy neighbor and neighborhood. She has continued to be an integral part of her life. She has partnered with then Governor Lawton Childs and State Senator U.S. Congressman Kendrick Meek on topics of education and crime, on developing relationships with city officials, clergy, and civil organizations. Ms. Jacqueline has been an advocate for change, not doing it for recognition, but doing it because it is the right thing to do. Ms. Jacqueline, today we ask you, what seat are you running for, and can you please define the role?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ketley Joachim, Ketley Joachim. My last name is synonymous. I would like to thank you, Naomi, and all the ladies that are here, and gentlemen, everyone that's on this panel this evening. It is important that we showcase women, and I am so grateful that you took the initiative to do this. I reside in the city of North Miami Beach, and I am currently running for Commissioner Group 3 in the city of North Miami Beach. The role of a commissioner is handling municipalities' affairs. The city of North Miami Beach is very, very unique because it's very, very diverse. I would say that we really, it's a city that cares. It is one vision, one mission, and we are in this together. Reason that this is not my first time running for office in the city of North Miami Beach. I have tried a couple of times, but I guess like good poets say, I'm too legit to quit. So that's one of the reasons that I keep doing this. But as I have told my family, I'm doing what my mom taught me to do, and that is to serve. I've watched my mom serving her community in Haiti, and I'm blessed that she's 96 years old. So I'm going to continue to do the same. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
We want to thank all the candidates for the introduction. At this moment, we'll forward the next forum to Dr. Pierre. Thank you.
Thank you to all the candidates. Thank you for letting us know a little bit about yourself. This next segment, we're going to ask you all a couple of questions that are going to be directed by one of our hosts. And Anthony is going to begin with our first question.
Thank you, Dr. Pierre. I'll start off with the first question and we'll go down the list. Each question that I ask will only be for 1 minute. The first question is, what is your story? What inspired you to run? We'll start off with Senator Daphne Campbell. Okay, we'll come back to Senator Daphne Campbell. Next, we'll have Judge Phoebe Francois. What is your story and what inspired you to run?
Good evening. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. My name is Judge Phoebe Francois. I am currently your county court judge. I'm not sure if everybody heard me the first time when I said that, so I wanted to repeat that. I represent all of Broward County, so my election is for Broward County at large. I was inspired to become a judge. I know the echo. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you, Judge Phoebe. Just speak a little bit louder. And if the audio on your computer is on, you can turn the audio on your computer off so that we can only hear the audio from your phone.
I'm muted on the computer.
Okay.
It's the phone that's doing the echoing.
Perfect. Right here. Stay right there.
Okay. I was inspired to become a judge by my grandfather. My grandfather was a judge in Haiti, and I grew up as a child listening to him talk about how Haiti has a body of law, but the law is not respected there, and it's not followed. He told us story after story, and he made me want to be part of the administration of justice in the United States. And I grew up knowing that the only thing I wanted to do was to be a judge. I wanted to be a judge before I knew that I needed to be a lawyer in order to be a judge. So that was my dream, and that's what I did my entire goal was that. That's one of the reasons why I became a general magistrate and hearing officer. I did that for 10 years prior to getting the appointment by Governor Scott. So I have 12 years of judicial experience. So I believe that having compassion for the law and applying the law in a fair and just and compassionate way is what a judge should do. And that is my goal. It took me 15 times before I actually got the appointment from the governor. But I continued to do it because that's what I wanted to do. I was inspired by not only my grandfather, but also my parents. They taught me that hard work and perseverance is how you're going to get ahead. And that's what I did. I worked hard and I persevere, and I'm here, and I'm asking for you to keep me.
Thank you, Judge Phoebe. The next, same question is for Representative Dottie Joseph. What is your story and what inspired you to run?
Okay, here we go. What is my story? So I'll just tie it into what inspired me to run. For those who don't know me, I'm passionate about civil rights and human rights and that sort of stuff. A long time ago, people had suggested that I get involved in politics. And while I was in college at Yale University, I had the opportunity to intern with Congressman Peter Deutsch, first in his district office in Florida. And they enjoyed me so much that they wanted me to go work with them in Washington, D.C., which I did. But I didn't like how the sausage was made. That's really just the short of the story. So I decided that I didn't want any part of politics. I wasn't going to do anything related to politics. And I just moved on about my business. But people kept asking me to run. And I was just like, do I have like politician stamped on my forehead or something? And my answer was always no, thank you, because I like my privacy. I have very low tolerance for a lot of the shenanigans that goes on in politics and a whole host of reasons of why I didn't. What got me to the point where I'm actually here before you as an elected official is basically a testimony of submission. So at the end of 2015, I was involved in not one, not two, but 3 car accidents, none of which were my fault. And I still deal with injuries to this day. And I, work around it. But 2 things I got from that experience. Number one is it slowed me down long enough for me to really reevaluate my life and what contribution I was making. At the time, I was serving as deputy city attorney for the city of North Miami Beach, which is actually how I met Ket Lee. I was doing a great job for the city. I was killing it on the legal side, doing a good job for the residents, being proactive. And I was already a public servant, right? And it was an immigrant mother's dream, a 6-figure income, a job with a pension that almost doesn't even exist these days. But when I had the opportunity to slow down, I realized I could be doing that for a whole lot more people. I have a tremendous skill set between, my education at Yale and Georgetown and my experiences internationally and with my upbringing throughout the district. I knew I had more to offer. So was this my highest and best use? So the other realization that came to me was that, number one, with 3 accidents in the span of 3 months, that's not a coincidence. So something or someone did not want me around, but something or someone did want me around, and it was more powerful than the first thing. So I have no idea how much time I have left on this great big ball of mud we call Earth, but for whatever time I have left, I have dedicated my life to doing as much as I can, for as many as I can, for as long as I can. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that response, Representative Joseph. The next question would go to Ms. Sheila McCormick. The question is, what is your story and what inspired you to run?
Well, my story begins, I went to school could you hear me? You can hear me fine?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So as I mentioned, I went to school in DC, so I already had some connections in DC. And upon graduating law school, I started lobbying with the Home Health Care Association of Florida. And we would do trips, lobbying days to DC, and we would actually help with the writing of policy. So I was always involved in it, in the process of seeing it. And I was fascinated about how we were able to push certain things and really redefine how everybody lives their day-to-day lives. But as I was out there and I was flying to DC and lobbying and running a healthcare agency, I realized that, my daughter herself, she had a learning disability. And so I was wrestling with the teachers continuously. We were trying to find solutions, trying to find, the resources that we needed that's provided through our healthcare system for her. I even had to take a year off of work to try and find these resources. And once I took that year off, I realized that there was a huge disparity when it came to what Black families, brown families were getting compared to our neighboring families. And so that was one of the things that clicked in me, where I said, we have to do more than this. And I actually started lobbying even more, which is I started advocating more in Congress and helping them write policies and what we need to push. But it wasn't until my father actually got diagnosed with cancer. And my father's a doctor. He's been in the community for a long time. And at the same time, my father-in-law got diagnosed with cancer. And he's a Vietnam vet. He was a deacon in a church, and he just loved serving the country. But my father was able to survive because he had enough money to pay for his treatment. Whereas my father-in-law, he passed 6 months later because he couldn't have the treatment and couldn't afford to pay for it. And so at that moment, that's when something inside of me really clicked. And I said, enough is enough. I can't allow people to be dying, not getting the services they need just because the color of their skin, their zip code, or how much money they're making. And I realized that I was strategically placed in a position where I understood the law, I understood the implementation of healthcare, and I really understood the economics to delivering healthcare into the community. So that's when I took off running. And I was determined to make sure that we were being heard. But even more importantly now, like I said, mentioned, we're out there giving food, giving anything we can to the community, masks. And it breaks my heart every day when I see the disparity still existing, still seeing us getting sick, still seeing us not being able to get what we need to survive COVID, but being forced into work and there are no real precautions to protect us. So that's what got me here. And every day as we go forward, it really pushes me forward. And even, I forgot to mention this, but Congress also serves as checks and balances for the president and also the Supreme Court and what's going on judicially. And we see that there's a need to have somebody there, especially from the Haitian community, to speak up for what's going on when it concerns TPS, immigration, along with healthcare and education.
Thank you, Sheila. That was very powerful what you just said. A lot of people may not understand what you said, but I know the importance of healthcare because I personally had to go through something like that as well. So I truly understand where you're coming from with the healthcare aspect of this. The next candidate is Miss Marie Woodson. I believe she's not with us anymore. So I'll move on to Miss Gypsy Metellus. What is your story and what inspired you to run?
My story, a complicated one, but I tell you, running for office, I think is the culmination of a calling, a lifelong calling for service. And my service in this community in particular began as a 23-year-old in this community, as an activist, an advocate, an organizer, and professionally as an educator with the Miami-Dade County Public Schools, then moving on to community engagement, community affairs, and then more at the county level, at the county government level, and ultimately as co-founder, executive director, leader of the Haitian Neighborhood Center, SANTLA. And so I frame this long trajectory of service only to say that I think every step of the way, as people called on me to run for office, and for various reasons that I think we all would share, I said, no, that's not for me. No, I don't need to be doing that. No, what I'm doing is powerful enough because I'm impacting community at a level that's important. No, that's not for me. But then the calls continued to be echoed and to and I think finally here I am. I think this year, as we celebrate the centennial of the right of women to vote, as our community, and of course, look at all of us women in this community who have said, okay, we're going to throw our hats in the ring because we will not remain behind the scenes. We will not remain on the sidelines because as we complain that the right people are not elected to office, we must look to ourselves to determine and to decide whether or not we need to step up. And I think each and every one of us has answered that inner voice that's always suggested that we should step up, but we just waited for the right time. And in my view, waiting for the right time is an indication that you've prepared, because this is not an adventure you throw yourself in, not understanding what it is you're going to be called to do. And so, yes, my personal life, my personal trajectory has had, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows that would really sort of shape and mold someone's views around if they're going to run for office, what their purpose and their mission will be. But for me, it's simply about service. It's about wanting to demonstrate that we women can do and will do, that when women lead, the community wins, that we as women have the sensibility and the sensitivities to truly reflect the populations we represent, to be their proxy, to be their champions, to be their advocate, and there's no other better sex than ours.
Thank you, Gypsy, for the response. Next is Miss Narnique Grant. What is your story and what inspired you to run?
Thank you. So I have two stories, but I'm gonna jumble them up together. I promise they'll make sense. So I was inspired to run because I live in Parkland and I was part of that tragic, horrific school shooting. And right after, I realized how divided Broward became. And why I say that is because, initially we all, suffered, we all were, really devastated by that. But what I didn't see was the entire county coming together. What I did see was one city on its own and appeared to take the charge and not include the rest of us. And when I started campaigning, the consensus was, Parkland is not a city by itself. We all suffer together. And that caused me to be very, very conscious of making sure that, we have to have some collaboration going on. So that was one of the impetus that kind of got me to really focus on running. The second thing is that I substitute teach, as my bio said. I also volunteer, and I volunteer at several different schools. And what I realized is that I was asked to come and translate in Creole for a Haitian family where a young lady was in a altercation with another student, and they both were subsequently suspended. It was a fight, there was a video. However, what happened is the child from the Haitian family was reassigned to the school that she was, where the altercation was taking place. And because of this suspension, her reassignment was in jeopardy. Reassignment means when you are reassigned to another school other than the school that is near your home or in your district. The mother applied for the reassignment because she wanted to put her child in a better school that she felt, in a better than the school that was near her home. And when that was presented to her, when I was, translating the information, letting her know that there was a possibility that she couldn't come back to the school, the mother was devastated and heartbroken. And she said, I went through all this trouble to get her to the school. They don't provide me a bus and I have to get her there. And I did this so she would not be in an environment where this would, continue. Obviously it's an isolated incident. But thank goodness that the fight was on video. So it showed that the Haitian family's child was trying to go away from the fight and she was attacked from behind. So I explained to her that there are recourses for you, that, them telling you that you can't come back is not the end all be all, that you do have a grievance process and that you can file and make sure that your daughter, you petition for your daughter to stay in the reassigned school. Well, all I could think about is that the school that she was reassigned to was obviously in an affluent neighborhood and considered quote unquote better, even though it's a public school. But what about the other areas that are heavily concentrated with Haitian-American children, where some parents may not be able to speak English? And who is there to translate for them? There's not a single, from my experience, a single Haitian person on staff who's there to help our community. So with that coupled with those things is one of the main reasons and my aha moment for me to make sure that I get on that board and we have representation. Thank you.
Thank you for your response, Narnique. Next, we'll move to Stephanie Thomas. Same question, what is your story and what inspired you to run? Okay, seemed like Stephanie stepped off for a second.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I got to learn to do that. So as Mrs. Bleemer had mentioned this earlier, I come from humble beginnings. My parents came here with absolutely nothing, started from scratch. They just needed an opportunity to survive and to make a better life for themselves and for their children that was eventually going to become adults. I later found out that my father, through my years of growing up, he was in the military in Haiti, and he always shared his story about his public servantship in Haiti. And it always intrigued me. In addition to that, my uncle, he was also appointed as vice mayor of the island La Toti. I'm sure everyone knows that island. It was a small island, 23 miles long. And listening to their stories really inspired me. And I knew something in me that was always there to always help the public sector, always help, people around me. I'm a very giving person, and I'm always getting myself in trouble for doing it, but I do it with a passionate heart, and I bring that to the table to my constituents here at District 5. The other aspect of what brought me to this political life, I've worked for the city of North Miami for 18 years. And believe you me, 20 years ago, I did not expect to be here today. So I never thought myself as being a leader, although people had approached me about becoming, a politician and running for office. I was like, no, that's not me. I'm very quiet. I'm the behind the scene person. I do the work behind the scenes, and I make other people look good. So this is what inspired me to come to the forefront. I also have a passion about healthcare. I noticed there's a socioeconomic separation, a concern that I have in our community, where Haitian-Americans, minorities, it doesn't matter what the minorities are, there's a lack of communication. And I think that's where we come in as a group of elected officials to bring that gap together so that people can understand what's going on in our cities, right? For instance, during the COVID-19 crisis, as we are right now, we have communications being sent out through media, electronic media, Facebook, through television, but a lot of our constituents don't speak English. They don't understand what's going on. And half the times I would have to go out and just let my neighbor know, listen, they're not collecting trash today. Simple little minor things that makes a difference in everybody's life every day. So these are the things that really pushed me to come to the forefront and become the person that I am today. And I had a lot of influences from 5 mayors that I served in the city of North Miami. They helped me to see the importance of being a leader and to help others in the long run that actually need our help, and we can be their voices. Thank you.
Thank you for your response, Stephanie.
No problem.
Next, we'll have, I'll return back to Senator Daphne Campbell. Question is, what is your story and what inspired you to run?
Okay. You hear me now?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I came from Cape Haitian, Haiti. My mother had 5 children. The 5 children, all 5 of us are professionals. My brother is a doctor, and my 3 other siblings, we all nurses. So my mother raised all of us as a single parent. And I came to New York in 1981, right after I finished my nursing degree. And while I was in New York for 6 years, and I moved to Miami. While I was in Miami, and I started several businesses. I have, a clinic, and where I closed it with over 300,000 patients. And I was there, very active in the community, do everything I have to do. And I never know, truly, I have to tell the truth, I didn't know who was my state representative or my state senator at all. So one day, 2009, and I went to my husband, I said, I think I'm gonna run for office. He said, what? Daphne, you don't even know the United States of America. So how you gonna be, try to run for office? I said, watch me. So I was just joking, and the jokes turned to a reality. So 2009, December 2009, and my husband went and filed for me to run for District 108 because I lived in North Miami from the time I moved from New York to North Miami. So anyway, he filed it. He came to me. He said, yes, I filed you to run for office. You say you want to run for office, I filed for you. But we start, campaigning. And I heard a lot of constituent resident concerns. They have a lot of concerns. Those who says, you know, the elected officials do not understand who they are. If they call them and they don't answer, some of them has their phone number, they say that's their cell number, but when they call, it's the office who answered. Some of them say when they go to their office, they come from back door and they're sitting in the front and the elected officials say they are not there and they've been sitting for hours and hours. And I hear a lot of stories. A lot of them again told me, you know, they lost their license because of the red light cameras. North Miami at that time did have a lot of cameras every corner. So it was a lot of complaint, a lot of concerns. So I say, you know something, you know, if I got elected, I'm going to change everything. I do understand, you know, where I came from because my mother, as a single parent, was making, you know, cookies, cakes, you know, pastry. People who come from Okap, you know, they know she make like a little tart, you know, that everybody understand what it is if you're from Haiti. So anyway, so by saying that, so what I did, I have an office with an open door policy. You don't need to have an appointment to see me because I said when I was running for office, I did not call the constituent or the resident says, I'm coming to your home, open for me. I knock on the doors and I ask them, you know, I'm Daphne Campbell, I'm running for office. Can I get your vote? Yes or no? And I move on. So I kept the same way. They come to my office with a door open. No, they don't need to call and make an appointment. My phone number has been there for 40 years, never changed. You could call me, I put it on the internet, YouTube, everywhere, because I'm a public servant. Because I said there are two words in politics. You are public servant, you are self-servant. If you are public servant, all your stuff should be public. Your cell number should be public, where you stay should be public, and you have to let your residents know everything going on to your office by doing town hall meeting. You know, have a lot of go and visit them and see what is their concern, what do they need, what they don't need. And on top of that, what I have done in my office, opening 9 to 5 and 2 days during the week, you know, I open the office from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Tell me which elected official ever opened their office solid. I have done that because I said there are people who work from 3 to 11. If they need something, they could come to my office. So I have done that. This is why, you know, from the time I've been elected, let me tell you, from 2011, when I just got elected 2010, we start session November, we have session 2011. Miami-Dade County did have over 4,000 assistant principal and over almost 3,000 principal. How many of them are Haitian? 10. At that time, I would present five high school, not Miami Beach, Central, Edison, and what's the other one? Central, Edison, I forgot the other one. But the point is, the school were 99% Haitian. The principal of the school was Spanish, the vice principal, Spanish, the front door, Spanish, the kitchen, Spanish, the bathroom, Spanish. I don't have no problem with Spanish, but it needs to be mixed. So the Haitian parents cannot communicate with the school. When they go to the school, no one to communicate with. So I wrote a letter to the superintendent Carvalho. I said, listen, if 5 schools are represented by 99% Haitian, why we cannot give the Haitian principal or vice principal? I don't see why. So he was upset, but I was talking about, you know, my community. But at the end, you know, he changed it. We had the first ever Haitian region director, you know, Pierre-Louis, and he did make a lot of changes for the Haitian, hired a lot of Haitian and make a lot of changes. So this is why, you know, I'm running now just to keep the representation for our Haitian community at the state level in the Senate.
Thank you, Representative. Thank you for that. Next, I'll have Ms. Nadia Assad. The question is, what is your story and what inspired you to run?
Well, thank you so much. My story is simple. It's community service. It started way back in Haiti, where I grew up, where most of the kids that I know will go to school with their book bag filled with school supplies needed for the school. But Nadia will go to school on her way with pieces of bread, soda, lemonade, whatever she can find at the house that she can put in that book bag to serve the homeless along the way to go to school. Additionally to that, I grew up in a house very toxic with verbal abuse, physical abuse. My mom was constantly being abused by my father, domestic violence, as you know, probably many Haitian family has suffered from. Um, but looking at what's going on back then, despite her suffering, despite everything that was going on, my mom has always seen her neighbors. She has always been there for us. She never quit. Even when we don't have enough at the house, she'll make sure that she share the little that she have with her neighbors or with the homeless that are right along the street from where we live. So that as well has inspired me to become just like her, to serve, to help. Because afterward, in this world, if you don't have a purpose, if you don't know why you're here on this earth, being able to serve one another, there is no purpose to life. Migrated here in 1997. I attended Miami-Dade Community College, Workhorse University. My background is nursing, healthcare administration, in mental health particularly, which I have a passion for. And looking at what was going on here after my divorce with 4 children, raising them by myself, the system didn't give me the opportunity to further my education the way that I wanted to care for my family the way that I wanted to. There was always a constant issue, is either lack of education. When I say education, I am referring to education in a broad way. For example, little information as far as, okay, how do you fill out the FAFSA? How do you fill out the census? What are the resources that are available for me as a single mom to be able to help my family and further my education? Those things were not available to me at that time. So when I look at all those things, and especially now with the COVID and everything else that's going on, those are the things that we are missing in our community. Finish with that, when I started to realize where I was after my divorce, victimized as well of domestic violence, where after that, resources was not available to me as well and my kids. There was a time that me and my children, I was wondering if I'm gonna be in the street with them, sleeping in the car with no support. So those kind of things, when I look at them and I'm thinking, I am a resident of this particular city. I pay tax like everybody else. The same thing when you go to church. You go to the church, you expect to have a family there. If you have something, you can go to the pastor and talk to them and expect to have some kind of relief or help, or somebody to say, hey, it's gonna be okay. But in the city that I lived at that time, we didn't have that. It looks like nobody cares. So I decided at this time that it's time for me to stop complaining and really do something about it. Take action, be a part of my community, be engaged, get involved, see if I can help somebody else where I needed that help. I didn't find it. See if I can replace that, see if I can help further along the way. It is important for us to go ahead and take care of that, one another, educate one another, because it is very important. Because at the end of the day, once the city doesn't have education, what happened? The education that you're missing will give you lack of growth, economic growth, which will impact as well the environment. So this is the reason why I'm wanting to make a difference in my community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Assad. As we move on, as we continue to go on, I want to remind all the candidates, please remember to stick to the 1-minute rule so everyone can have an opportunity to answer the question that's coming up, okay? The next question is for Ms. Nancy Metayer. What is your story and what inspired you to run?
Thank you, Anthony. It's simple. I love Coral Springs. I've been a part of this community for over 21 years. My siblings and I attended elementary school, middle school, and high school in Coral Springs. We played in the parks, went to the movies, and spent our free time at the teen center. I was a 2006 MLK scholarship, as was mentioned prior. I am a product of this community. I embarked on the journey to run for public office with a vision to push Coral Springs forward and to continue its legacy of being innovative. I made the decision to run for Coral Springs, Commissioner Seat 3, because I truly believe and love this community. that's my story.
Thank you, Nancy. I'll move on to the final candidate, which is Miss Ketley Joachim. What is your story and what inspired you to run? I think you gave us a little bit about it, but now you can elaborate a little more. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Anthony. Uh, my name is Ketley Joachim. As I stated, I reside in the city of North Miami Beach. I really love the city of North Miami Beach. Can you imagine, as a single parent, you raise enough money to purchase your first home, and this is the place where my daughter ended up graduated from high school, and she ended up at West Point Military Academy. I have to say that my passion really has been to bring change to the world. I have one child, and when I came to this country in 1974, 75, we didn't have all these organizations that we see these days. I would say that I'm the original Haitian in Miami because I came here when I was a teenager, and as a teenager, undocumented immigrant who they would not allow to go to school. But thank God there were two pillars in the community, Met Claude Charles, who fought Miami-Dade County Public School. That's how some of us, I mean, all of us undocumented children were able to go to school. So as a single parent, I've seen what can be done. As daughter of a 96-year-old woman, my mom is 96 these days. I thank God that she has lived to be that long. I see what can happen. I want to be able to advocate for our elderly, for the community of North Miami Beach, who I would say don't know what is happening. It is not just the Haitian community. In the neighborhood where I reside, there's a lot of people who do not know or don't understand what is happening regarding to code, regarding to when is election, and who's not aware of who represent them. We are North Miami Beach, but we also have an unincorporated side inside our area, which we are going to do something about. But when someone who lives on the unincorporated section, who has a green garbage can, are thinking that they live in the city of North Miami Beach, then will tell you, I pay my water bill here, and so therefore I live here, and it's heartbreaking when you have to tell them your garbage can need to be black in order for you to be able to vote in North Miami Beach elections, for North Miami Beach really to be there for you to get all the perks that we in the city of North Miami Beach gets. So my passion really is to bring change to the world around me as a mother of a child who's in the military and who has gone to war twice. It is very important and very scary, the days that we are living in with our president. It is very scary when we are going into having this pandemic, COVID-19, where people are out there desperately looking for resources. So my passion really is to help the community. Since I came to this country in 1975 till now, I'm here to advocate for our community at large, not just the Haitian community, but anyone that needs my assistance, I am here for them.
Thank you, Miss Ketley. Thank you so much for that. Okay, now we're gonna go to Miss Naomi, who asked the next set of questions. Thank you so much.
Well, ladies, this is awesome. I'm learning so much about you guys, and truly my heart is going out to you guys because we really don't know each other's story and what motivates us. But I truly believe that once we hear it and we see where the person is coming from, it is so much easier to tie or connect with the person's plan and their vision. So thank you so much for sharing. Now, before we begin with the next question, I am actually going to go back and call on Judge Phoebe Francois, who I believe is now at a location where we can hear her. Judge Phoebe, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Is this better? Can you hear me better?
Better. Can we see you?
Yes, I'm here. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, excellent. So Judge Phoebe, just first and foremost, we want to go back to the first question that we asked. We know that you are running for re-election. Please tell us the seat that you are running for and what is the role that you play within that seat.
Well, I'm running for a county court judge. It's Group 27. I am currently the sitting judge in county court. I am in the Plantation Courthouse. And what I was talking about before is some of the things that I preside and I hear. I hear the condo foreclosures, the landlord-tenant evictions, the criminal cases, the traffic cases, the small claims cases, and the civil cases. Our jurisdiction is now up to 30,000. So as I indicated earlier, I think that our courtroom is like the people's court, where you have an opportunity to interact with your judge directly, which is why I think it's important that we have a judge who not only follows the law, but treats every litigant with dignity, with respect, with compassion, and most importantly, with fairness. And one of the things that I think is important is that you give each person the opportunity to be heard, the opportunity to have their say. And I think a lot of people, when they walk out of the courtroom, they want to remember the experience, not necessarily the case. So you want them to walk out and say, oh, that was a good experience. That judge actually listened. That judge actually heard me. And that's the kind of judge that I want to be, is a judge that listens. And that's the kind of judge I think that I am, is a judge that actually lets people speak and then applies the law to the facts of the case.
Thank you so very much, Judge Phoebe. Please tell us what inspired you and led you down this path.
Well, my grandfather was truly an inspiration to me. He was a judge in Haiti. And he taught me the importance of hard work. And I have to say that my parents were also very instrumental in teaching me that as well. But I just remember one of the memories that I have when I was a very small child is the memories of my grandfather talking to me about Haiti and talking to me about the lawlessness in Haiti and how there's a body of law, but a lot of the people there don't follow the law and they don't respect the law. And I grew up wanting to be like him and knowing that that's what I wanted to do, was to be a judge and to be part of the administration of justice here in the United States, where I can, apply that law and show, and just because I had such a compassion for it. I knew so much that that's what I wanted to do that I applied 15 times in order to become a judge. And I persevered. And I was actually the first Haitian-American appointed to the county court by any governor in Broward County. So we made history, and it's important that we keep that history, and we keep me as your Broward County Court judge.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so very much for sharing, Judge Phoebe. Kounya la, nou pral travesse non lot segment of forum nan. Nou konen ke aswe a, se vreman pou pep Haitien-American ke nou la. Se pep nou an ke nou vle yo, non seulement konen ki es kandida yo ye, men yo pou yo konen plan yo, pou yo konen pou ki sa yo ta dwe supporte yon femme Haitien-American kap kouri pou un poste dans Dade County ou dans Broward. So kounya la nou wal mande tout mesdames yo dans langue maman na papa nou pour di nou pou ki sa ou pense yon Haitien-American kap suiv nan moment sa ta dwe supporte pour poste que wap kouri. N'a commencé avec sénateur Daphne Campbell. Et s'il vous plaît, ou gen yon minute. Sénateur?
Vous entendez m'kounya la?
Vous entendez yo.
En créole, correct?
En créole, pour qui ça pour nous voter pour?
Ok, well, m'ka di pour qui ça que moi ta mandé communauté panois pour voter pour moi, c'est parce que me fait 8 ans en office, pendant 8 ans, me travaille avec communauté, ça comme ça dit earlier, office moi ouvert Monday to Friday, 9h pour 5h, il y a 2 jours dans la semaine là, que m'ouvre 9h du matin pour 4h du matin, que en pile moi pas fait ça. Deuxièmement, mon téléphone moi, c'est 40 ans gagné, tout le monde carré n'importe l'heure. Troisièmement, il n'y a pas besoin d'apprêtement pour venir. Quatrièmement, pendant notre communauté, on connaît nous fait 2 mois seulement dans Tallahassee, l'autre 10 mois c'est dans la communauté à nous. Pendant nous dans la communauté, nous faisons pile en event, nous faisons comme si nous avons book bag for 5,000 kids, nous faisons pile manger, nous faisons toute qualité de programme qui gagne, plus m'aider petits grands moun yo, nous avons grand monde qui était pour compte pa yo, moi-même as a registered nurse, tout le monde connaît infirmier, mal la kayo, nous garder si médicaments yo comme si pas de contre-action avec médicaments yo, gen yo même qui sometimes yo gen problème la kayo, yo rete pour compte pas gen ti moun, m'dormi ensemble avec pour compte comment yé. En temps que ça, yo carré n'importe l'heure et c'est ça qui fait comme si konya la m'pa là grand pile yo et puis mais ça pi bon parce que chambre sénat c'est l'équipe gros chambre que sous gagne un sénateur qui représente la communauté pour la chambre sénat en pile l'argent qui vient dans la communauté pour un pile programme et puis que moi ka fait pile bagay pour communauté comme t'es fait premier bill moi passé dans la chambre sénat c'est indépendance day flag day you know que qu'on y a là tout le monde on connaît le problème qui te gagne les timoun comme si on mettait petit radio qui dit haïtien dans flag de son loi lié dans pays qui veut dire moi-même moi fait communauté nous en fier dans Tallahassee c'est ça que fait vraiment de pour moi tout même Tallahassee pour me continuer servir peuple pas nous.
Merci sénateur. N'a passé pour George Phoebe François pour qui ça pour ça ou t'as dit nous que tout le monde qui vit dans Warwick County do can build sous bench.
Parce que moi j'ai expérience mais qualifié et puis moi care de communauté. Moi avocat pour j'ai 26 ans comme avocat et puis 12 ans dans 26 ans ça passé comme magistrat avec juge. So moi j'ai un peu l'expérience comme avocat. On fait plus que 100 jury trials et puis 250 non-jury trials et puis comme juge avec magistrat, moi attendais plus que 1000 et quelques cas qui viennent devant. So moi j'ai un peu l'expérience et puis moi care de mon moi care de peuple et puis l'homme dit comme care de peuple, comprendre culturel. C'est très important pour un juge qui comprenne culturel au monde qui vient devant. Pour exemple, des gens au monde haïtien qui viennent devant moi, et puis il pas bien garder l'enjeu, et puis l'avocat il t'a demandé une question, il refuse de garder l'enjeu. Et puis l'avocat, quand il tape un argument, il dit moi que et puis witness n'a pas la vérité parce qu'il pas bien garder l'enjeu. Et puis moi je dis que c'est parce qu'on pas comprendre culture. Gain fois que haïtien pas regarder l'enjeu parce que yo pense que ça c'est un signe de respect. So c'est pour ça yo pas regarder l'enjeu, so pas considérer que ça c'est parce qu'il pas la vérité. Mais si on monte pas contre culture, yo ta d'accord avec avocat et puis yo ta rule against litigant là. So c'est très important pour un juge qui a un diverse background et qui comprend le monde, qui comprend langue et puis qui rule avec compassion, avec respect.
Merci, juge François. Thank you so very much. N'a passé pour et député Doti Joseph pour qui ça pour communauté haïtienne re-elect you comme state representative.
Non seulement résultat. C'est très important que les gens cap goumé pour vous et non seulement cap goumé pour vous mais qui comprennent le système là et qu'on qui j'en pour yo goumé. Deux bagages nous régler dans niveau l'état, c'est un budget avec législation, OK? La parler des lois. On passe commencement pour budget. Année ça qui sont fini, nous sommes rentrés plus que $1 million directement moi-même personnellement que me sponsorisé qui dans budget. Ensuite, il y a plus que 3 millions de budget que me rentré seulement qui affecte la communauté par nous que me sponsorisé. Ça veut dire me développer une relation entre moi-même avec gen droit républicain ou bien l'autre démocrate pour bagay qui a impact dans l'industrie. Ensuite, là, regardez tout bagay qui a impact dans l'industrie, rentrer dans toute l'autre partie dans le budget, parce que c'est pas seulement ça me sponsoriser, c'est ça me négocier avec l'autre agence pour rentrer pour communauté par nous, que c'est, you know, to have roads, par exemple, route qui besoin de refaite. L'autre bagay qui a rentré dans le budget, qui a bien un impact dans la communauté par nous, c'est plus que 10 millions de dollars. So, ça, c'est un. Deuxièmement, les gens parlent de gens qui ont goûté pour eux, c'est pas bagay pour prendre ça, you know, lightly. C'est un bagay qui est très sérieux. Par exemple, les abvins maltraités immigrants avec Angtown Sanctuary City legislation, il faut qu'il y ait un monde qui non seulement qu'on goûte pour vous, ou bien un monde qui t'a supposé venir droit pour voter encore, pour un avocat qui connaît droit, ok? Parce que qu'on y a, nous avons un seul de bagaille que les républicains ont fait, que nous avons contre eux, non seulement en tant que démocrate, mais en tant que l'autre organisation qui a fait litige. Et ils ont même servi un discours que me présenté dans la Chambre des députés, pour y présenter ça y a besoin de faire dans le tribunal. So, si vous pas un monde qui comprend bagaille ça, ou pas jamais un niveau de représentation ça. Dernièrement,
30 secondes.
oui.
Vous avez 30 secondes.
Oh, 30 secondes. OK, oui. Dernièrement, m'a dit, pour un monde qui comprend le problème nous sommes parlé de violence domestique. Dans la première année que je rentré dans la Chambre des députés, je passé en loi qui baille monde qui souffre de violence domestique accès au COB si on est obligé de travailler à cause d'une situation comme ça. Ça a rarement fait pour un monde qui est soi-disant freshman, qui est démocrate dans le système qui est républicain comme ça, qui vient passer une loi. Non seulement une loi, mais passer même trois. Je n'ai pas temps pour me rentrer dans tout, mais si nous besoin de checker, je vais site web là dans le chat là, c'est dotijoseph.com, dotiejoseph.com. Si nous avons aucune question, vous pouvez checker là-dedans. Merci.
OK, pour tout le monde qui branche, nous voulons que pour comprendre que State Senator Daphne Campbell, t'es sénateur déjà, l'a pourri pour un autre district, pour le sénateur encore. Representative Doti Joseph, sous poste là, Kounia là, l'on va voter ou va voter pour Kimbelly. Et troisièmement, nous voulons pour comprendre que juge Phoebe François, she is currently sous bench là, l'on va voter ou va voter pour Kimbelly. Kounia là, tout candidat nous pral entrer pour nous parler avec eux. C'est première fois où pral élu candidat ça yo, côté en pile attention, ça y a dit nous. OK? So Kounia là n'a passé pour Sheila Phyllis McCormick. S'il vous plaît, dis-nous, Madame McCormick, pour qui ça pour Haitian-American voter pour?
Well, ma couru pour Congress, and it's very important nous gagnons representation à Congress pour Haïtien. Quand nous pas gagné not one Haitian in Congress. The reason why it's so important is parce que nous connaissons, il y a un peu de bagages à passer with immigration, avec Jean Président, with Haïtien, c'est pas in a direction, or il pas in a good manner. Plus nous gagnons un peu de monde sa besoin soin santé, avec yo pas gagné, yo vin malade konya, nous besoin un monde ça ka goumé pour toute communauté, to make sure si nous malade, nous ka aller la docteur avec kembe nous pour nous ka be protected. Please, on top of that, nous besoin monde, si nous garder tout all of our small businesses, ti business yo, konya nous gagne un problème économique. Nous besoin monde ça goumé pour nous. Nous Congress konya voye club down into the district pour nous, mais nous pas trouver club là. The community Haitian power in their businesses. So our campaign has been able to aider moun pour ka prendre l'onyo, pour ka commencer à battre koyo, especially in the businesses. Nous besoin moun ça pas même connaît ça a fait with experience like I have, but nous besoin moun ça gain cœur pour Haïtien. Comme t'es toujours pour Haïtien, mais depuis me fait là, mon papa est tout Haïtien, ça me connaît cette communauté haïtienne avec cœur is truly pour moun Haïtien. Pour nous ka nous tout à monter, nous tout à gain éducation, tout ti moun nous pour nous ka take care tout grand monde tout monde ça aller devant nous c'est le konya pour nous camper ferme pour nous dire haïtien là avec nous deserve pour nous trouver toute bagaille ça y a by local community. So as I said earlier, we won't be able to move forward unless nous gagnons haïtien là that's making sure tout small business yo tout monde ça travaille gain soin santé avec gain cob pour thrive in the community.
OK, et pour tout le monde qui attendait, si vous pas comprendre position US representative là, moi v'lo faut comprendre que Shirley McCormick a comme petit chapeau dans Broward County. Moi voulais pour nous tout comprendre ça n'a parlé là pour los descendre live là pour vous dire ça que mais mademoiselle ça pas connaît qui position. Ça veut dire comme ça que là dans Miami-Dade County, tout le monde connaît qui est qui petit chapeau. Ça veut dire lui-même il pral dans même poste là dans Broward County, lui pral servir nous in federal government. OK? Ça veut dire ça que c'est un poste qui est très important parce que maintenant pendant la saison pandémique là, c'est département fédéral qui a fait choix pour nous combien de stimuli c'est à nous, si c'est 1200, si c'est 3300, qui est-ce qui a touché et dans moment ça nous connaissons que yo démocrates ont demandé pour yo faire l'autre stimulus et nous pour connaître si nous pas joindre c'est monde qui n'a pas ça qui fait décision ça. OK? Merci madame McCormick. N'a passé pour you're very welcome. N'a passé to the next person qui pourra dire nous pour qui ça pour Haitian-American voter pour vous et madame Gypsy Netelis.
Bon, et pensez, m'a demandé, et je crois que la communauté a voté pour moi parce que premièrement, je connais l'histoire. Il y a une histoire de service qui gagne plus que 30 ans. Je respecte moi. Il y a un résultat, par exemple, au moins dans 100 ans seulement, même parler de résultats que m'offre communauté dans différents travails, dans différents postes que m'occupais, que c'est dans le district scolaire là, ou bien au niveau gouvernement Miami-Dade County, ça gagne peut-être plus de 20 ans, n'est-ce pas? Donc, histoire moins, réputation moins, résultat que m'offre, que me démontrer capacité et compétence moins à partir de ce centre-là, verticalité, hein, et puis nous sommes un monde qui croit dans l'excellence, nous croit que Haïtiens valoriser représentativité, donc ouvrez un représentant qui a toujours fait fierté, qui a toujours rehaussé fierté communautaire et qui a servi intérêt communautaire. Donc pour toute raison ça moi je suis très confiant que la communauté haïtiano-américaine a appuyé et a ban moi vote par eux. Merci.
Très bien, Madame Metelis. We're going to move to Narnik. Pierre Grant, dis-nous pour qui ça pour Haïtiens-Américains voter pour?
Merci beaucoup. That's what tout le monde voter pour moi, mais but really the Haitian community I would love, parce que we need representation from Haitian Americans. Dans Broward, nous c'est deuxième plus gros groupe immigrant dans Broward County. Et le fini nous numéro ça plus gros tout avec Timon 272 000 Timon nous fait décision pour le fini big parts of that is Haitian community and we need Haitian representation pour le gouverner avec responsabilité avec with transparency. I'm going to work hard for mental health and wellness and make it a priority. And I know in our community, in the Haitian community, that is something that's not really dealt with, but I want to be able to spearhead that in the district to make sure that our Haitian community has access, great access to it. I also am very near and dear to my heart as the policies and implementations of the policy. Currently, we have several policies that can be detrimental to our community, and it's really, really important that someone on the board who knows our culture and knows our people, vini pour yo and have a seat at the table and be able to talk about our culture and understand, have them to understand our culture. I'm looking forward to it. I hope that you have any questions or concern. I'll put my information in the chat. But remember that we are the second largest group, immigrant group. We are the first largest Caribbean group in the district as far as children go. We beat all other Caribbean groups, and we need to have a seat at the table in order to make sure that we are well taken care of and our agenda is pushed through. Thank you.
Okay, Madame Grant, I just want you to emphasis que on dit que dans le département Timon caribéen, Timon haïtien américain fait the #1 group of children in Broward County?
The #1 group of Caribbean children in the district. We are the #1 Caribbean group in the district of Broward County.
Très bien. Deuxièmement, ou dis-nous que dans Broward County, we are the 2nd largest group. Ça veut dire comme ça que après Black Américain dans Broward County, c'est Haitien-Américain qui a plus nombre de monde qui vivent dans Broward County. Environ combien de monde vous pensez que qui là dans Broward County qui Haitien-Américain?
So when I did my research, 339 millions or mille? Pourquoi c'est mille? In Broward County alone. That's a really huge chunk. Now, I don't know who are all registered, but I can tell you that we need representation and we have to be in elected positions. Have to.
So, tout le monde qui branché qui vive Broward County, est-ce que nous entendez? Nous gagnons 339,000 Haitians qui vivent Broward County. Class group Timounio qui the #1 group, c'est Timoun petit Haïtien Américain et nous pas gagnons monde sous school board là. Ça veut dire comme ça que nous obligés dégager nous pour nous chercher connaître qui ça Madame Grant voulait faire ou pour aller dans website li pour supporter li parce que nous besoin représentation. Merci Madame Grant.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're going to move along to Stephanie S. Thomas. Stephanie, s'il vous plaît, dis papa ici pour qui ça yo doit voter pour vous.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Bon, vous connaissez un pile nan nous gen famille nous qui te commencé Miami. Nous pas oublier ça. Right? So premièrement, nous besoin un monde qui ka représenter communauté qui comprend gouvernement, qui comprend législation, qui comprend tout bagage qui nécessaire pour nous vivre chaque jour. Il y a des bagages qui fait dans ville là en pile haïtien yo pas connaît parce que yo pas suivre news là, yo pas suivre commission meetings et tout bagage ça est important parce que en pile bagage qui passer nous même nous pas jamais connaît. Et puis c'est là nous a bâti site là ou mouvement fait n'a demandé oh qui les bagage ça a été fait là. C'est pas là ça pour n'a demander. So ça fait moi-même, je comprends, je connais que moi-même, si nous votons pour moi-même, à ce dias là, je vais nous gens pour nous communiquer plus bien avec moun pa nou yo, pas seulement moun pa nou, haïtienne, Spanish, espagnol, toute qualité culture qui existe dans le district 5 là, nous besoin de monde qui peut parler avec la communauté. Parce que nous avons ça kounia. Chaque fois nous gardons commission meeting, c'est anglais avec espagnol. Et une fois, il y a des gens qui interprètent en créole. So, si nous avons un monde comme moi-même qui a marché pour nous, bataille pour nous, là pour nous. Tout à toute force.
Merci beaucoup, Stéphanie. Moi, je voulais pour nous porter attention, il dit un bagage qui est très important. Il dit dans le meeting, yo, pas gagner translation en créole. Ça veut dire comme ça que pour mamie à papio qui t'a remis fait partie des meetings yo, si l'état vini monter dans place là, l'a essayé pour bataille pour assurer que dans meeting yo, il y a une translation en créole même genre que yo gagne pour monde qui soud, même genre yo gagne pour monde qui parle espagnol. Merci beaucoup Stéphanie.
Merci beaucoup.
Next we are going to move on to Nadia Assad. And Nadia, s'il vous plaît, dis papa haïtien pour qui ça doit voter.
Merci Naomi. Bonsoir tout haïtien me k'ap gade moi et c'est un plaisir pour me parler ensemble avec nous après-midi pour me faire nous connaître que le n'a voté pour un monde nous besoin voter pour un monde qui a gagné histoire déjà. Ou pas voter pour un monde qui fait paraître là qu'on y a faut garder histoire monde qui ça qu'on habitué faire pour déjà c'est pas le besoin candidat pour aller geta monter et puis bon c'est des bagages qu'a fait. Faut qu'on étudier candidat pour connaître qui ça qu'a fait. Dans ça c'est une. Deuxièmement raison qui fait pour voter pour moi. OK? Moi dans communauté en temps m'a travailler ensemble avec nous, moi travaille sur toute qualité bagages qui gagne, moi toucher éducation, moi toucher healthcare, moi toucher ressources, moi toucher tout ça qui gagne. So besoin monde qui comme ça qui cap et vini qui bataille pour. Troisièmement encore, ou besoin l'autre monde qui là pour servir communauté avec tout cœur. Background moi côté me sorti dans côté qui dit comme ça que une aider l'autre. Nous travaillons ensemble pour nous régler ces deux bagages dans la communauté. So, si vous avez besoin de monde qui a communiqué en français, qui a communiqué en créole, qui a communiqué en espagnol, qui a communiqué en anglais, moi là pour nous quand venir mettre gab ça qui gagne dans la communauté nous mettez ensemble pour nous travailler pour nous arriver pour plus devant. C'est un bagage comme ça que nous avons besoin. Donc Nadia Assad c'est candidat par nous il était toujours là pour notre communauté la bataille pour nous n'importe qui ça nous besoin nous avons toujours n'importe qui le pour venir moi il y a plusieurs bagages que me fait déjà dans la communauté chaque année chaque heure et basse c'est éducation qui c'est clé number 1 en nation. En nation qui besoin arriver c'est éducation parce que de l'éducation étant qui sont rempli avec lui au cas build économique et citoyen. Si c'est économie citoyen pas build, environnement pas bon. Parce que pas bon mon cap sorti aucun autre côté qui pour venir acheter un carré non city, côté que tout bagaille c'est fatka, pas gain bon l'école, pas gain infrastructure, pas rien. Donc c'est ou besoin bagaille ça yo pour gon bon city. Donc c'est pour ça que ma bataille, c'est pour ça que me demande pour nous aider moi, voter ensemble avec moi, camper ensemble avec moi, together we can. Mais en pile, chay pas l'eau.
Merci Nadia. N'a passé sur Nancy Métayer. Pour qui ça pour peuple haïtien voter pour Nancy?
Bonsoir tout le monde, merci Naomi. Premièrement, d'aller me dire nous comme ça, moi c'est petite communauté. Par exemple, c'est haïtien, moi fier, moi c'est haïtienne, moi comprendre valeur, valeur représentation. Moi comprendre si nous pas gon monde sous des islam qui a représenté nous pas ba nous besoin yo pas venir entrer dans communauté pas nous. So l'en dit ça me voulait dire comme ça dans ville nous gon pile haïtien but l'en nous garder sous des islam nous pas aucun monde qui semblait avec nous. So c'est très important parce que nous gain pile haïtien dans ville là, nous gain monde qui protéger nous. So with that being said, I also want to stress that diversity is a huge part of Coral Springs and South Florida, and learning more about our neighborhoods can make us stronger as a community. Ça veut dire même si nous Haïtiens, nous parlons espagnol, tout ça, nous tous c'est une, et puis nous travaillons ensemble, les plus bon pour nous toutes, right? So as a commissioner, not only will I be a commissioner for the Haitian-Americans and the Haitian community in my city, I will be a commissioner for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Et puis, Kounia n'a passé à Kitli Joachin. Kitli, s'il vous plaît, dis peuple haïtien pour qui ça y a dû voter pour.
Bonsoir tout le monde captain de nous sur Facebook Live ou bien en Instagram. Vous les Kitli Joachin. En Ville-Nord Miami Beach, je suis commissionnaire en chaise 3. Je demande nous vote nous, c'est parce que nous besoin d'un monde qui nous capable de faire confiance. Nous pas juste prendre n'importe monde pour nous après voter pour eux-mêmes. Nous pas quitter que c'est n'importe monde qui dans la radio, tout mon radio DJ, mon programme dans la radio chaque après-midi de 3h pour 4h. Mais nous pas juste arrêter tant que c'est monde dans la radio qui dit nous à voter ou bien mes boules pour nous puncher. C'est pas nous pas envie ça encore. Nous c'est raison ça qui fait nous voyer ti moun dans l'école pour faire éducation pour ti moun yo capable expliquer nous capable regarder pour nous même dans computer qui sorte de moun rien pour nous capable voter pour lui-même. Moi, j'étais dans la ville de Miami Beach depuis 1995. Moi, là, je suis pour nous-mêmes, pour la communauté, pour nous gagner une voix. Tout, presque un pile élu dans Miami-Dade County, toujours campé pour aider. C'est parce que moi, que notre Miami Beach besoin de monde pour moi-même, pour camper pour nous-mêmes, pour continuer à batailler pour nous-mêmes. Parce que chaque jour après les radio, nous ne connaissons pas ce qui passe. C'est moi-même qui donne nos informations. Moi là pour nous-mêmes, Numéro de téléphone, moi pas jamais changé, 786 252 24 79. Que le 7 heures du matin ou bien le temps, nous connaissons nos carrelés, ma place avec nous-mêmes, ma aidé nous remplir papier nous, ma parler nous ça cap passer l'heure que code d'enforcement vient devant porte caille nous, qui ça pour nous capable faire, comment pour capable aider nous. Pas quitter élection nous 3 novembre ça pour nous abdicter nous qui boule pour nous voter. C'est pour nous qui est pour nous camper ensemble avec nous. C'est important. Pas quitter ni maître, ni maîtresse, ni teacher. Personne ne dit non, ni cocoté pour nous prendre chez boule. C'est pour nous faire décision, nous pour nous tendre, pour nous voir qui est ce qui est là pour nous-mêmes. Nous sommes capables de prendre ça. Dans le temps ça que nous y est ça qui passe là, eh bien, nous connaissons nous capables de l'aimer et m'a toujours campé ensemble avec nous. Merci.
Très bien, Kathleen, merci beaucoup. Dans moment ça, on a passé à Dr. Vanessa Pierre.
Thank you so very much, ladies. Those were some really powerful words that you all said. And I think that if the PEP did not hear you, they need to play it again because you all left with a strong, strong message. So as a former political candidate, I know that the work is not only when you're campaigning, it's the work continues on while you're also in the post and is also when you leave the post. So with that being said, the next question is, when you win, what will a succession plan look like to you? So when you want to pass the baton, when we know that we want to leave something for the next generation, what is a succession plan that you will be planning for the next generation to carry on after your legacy? Senator Daphne Campbell, we have 1 minute on the clock for you, and I will be very strict with the 1 minute for every single candidate. You're up next. Let me unmute you first. Let me unmute you.
You got me?
Perfect.
Well, I would be very quick. First of all, being in office for 8 years, bringing over $4 billion to the communities and representing everyone. And not only that, being a Haitian-American, and when you have your Haitian people come to your office and they could speak your own language, because some of them who don't know like who could speak English. And third, with all, I have been done in Tallahassee for 8 years, passing 47 bills, and have a leadership with proven results. So I understand, I have to, keep going and be the role model for the future generation. Because we have a lot of young generation, I call them millennials. Those millennials need to see what have we done in Tallahassee or in local government, and they could follow our footsteps. And I could tell you right now, I commended, Naomi for taking the step to bring all these women in office. I'm not saying the men don't do their work, but I know women does better work than a man, because once we speak, all men tremble and they listen to us. This is why, while I was my 8 years in Tallahassee, I bought a lot of money, because when I ask, I got what I need. And this is why I have to say, women, keep on going, and congratulations to you all. And I could say right now, tonight, we are victorious. Congratulations to every one of you.
Thank you so very much, Senator Campbell. Next question, same question, but next candidate, Judge Phoebe Francois. When you win, what will a succession plan look like to you?
All right, my succession plan is going to be the same as I have always continued to do. I believe in mentoring. One of the things that I do in the community is mentor young people. I mentor elementary school students, middle school students, high school students, college students, as well as law school students. I've been doing that for many years, and I also have them come and intern with me. When I was a magistrate, I had them come intern with me in that office, and now that I'm a judge, I have them intern with me, and they can come and they watch my hearings. I even give them assignments so that they can feel as if that they participated. I have the schools come to the courthouse and I talk to the kids. I also mentor with Miss McMahon at Parkway Middle School. So I think that our children are our future, and if we don't mentor them and make sure that they are going in the right direction and doing everything that they need to do in order to get where they want to be, then we're not doing our job. And my goal is to have these young people who I mentor, when they're able to mentor, they can give back and they can mentor as well. And then we keep it going. And that way, because I had a mentor when I was younger, and that my mentor helped me to strive to be a better person. And that's what I want to do with these kids. And I want them to continue to mentor when they're in their positions. So that way we can continue to strive to be the best.
Thank you so very much, Judge Francois. Thank you so very much. Our next candidate for the same question is Representative Joseph. What does a succession plan look like to you?
Thank you for the question. So well before I ran for office, like years before I ran for office, one of my goals was identifying and training and developing good quality candidates, focusing mostly on Democratic candidates, because I was vice chair of the Miami-Dade Democratic Executive Committee, Miami-Dade Democratic Party. And I wanted to make sure that we're building a bench, not just in South Florida, but throughout the state. So if anybody who I think is really qualified or candidate, qualified or competent, I wanted to make sure that we started to develop them early, because it's not just overnight that you run for office. So, succession planning is something that I've been focusing on. Yes, mostly in the Democratic Party, but even if you're a Republican, if you're a good quality candidate and you are willing to serve the interests of the Haitian-American community or the Black community or anything that fights for justice and equality for all, then I will make it a point to do what I can to support you, because I think it makes a difference when we have good quality candidates in office that make us proud, that do things that lift up the entire community. And that community, sure, a subset of that American community, but there's also, whether we're talking about the Black community, the white community, the women versus others, like across all communities, I'm respected. And I think we need more candidates and more competent people who understand the importance of putting people first, regardless of your political party, regardless of your nationality. Because if you look at what's going on, both at the national level and at the state level, people are not being put first. And we need to change that.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Representative Joseph. Ms. McCormick, what does a succession plan look like to you?
Well, I think that we need to implement succession plans within 6 to 10 years. I don't think that we should have people in office, especially in the same position, for more than that time span. Coming from a business background, we found that the most effective CEOs are CEOs who've been there between that time span. The reason why is because if you're not getting that firsthand experience and you're not out there, you really don't know, or you're not as in tune with what the people actually need and what they're going through. And so when I've been running my elections, we've always had a group of teenagers who were in middle school and high school who we exposed to political debates, where they actually got to see the congressman. They got to see people debating for every spectrum, so they can see that these people aren't so superior or so different from them. So I think exposure, especially young people at that age, is extremely important. The second thing that we also do is that we have interns. Our interns, right now we have 25 interns who are in high school and in college. And our interns are ingratiated throughout our process from the beginning to end, writing policies, preparing, so they're actually seeing this firsthand. And then we have a select few who come up and become mentors. The mentees actually come with us to DC, come with me wherever we're going. And in that way, we get to expose everybody. But what's most important with that exposure panel is that there's some kids who can never see themselves in these positions, and they think the people are better than them. And they really don't have an understanding that the thing that you're most embarrassed about, the thing that's been most painful, is what really, really pushes you through and leverages you to be a great representative, because that pain ultimately transitions and translate into a solution for the community. So that's what we're doing with the children in our community. We're doing that even right now because of COVID-19. A lot of our interns are virtual. So we're able now to pull in kids from all over the country and for them to get involved and care about Broward and Palm Beach politics, which is awesome because a lot of times you don't hear people caring about, minorities in our district. We're just kind of ignored and they expect us to act. So we're really pushing that forward and driving that home to make sure that everyone is looking at our community and everybody cares about what's happening to us. So yes, we have a transition and succession plan in place. In addition, like I said, we have a family business that's been there for 2 generations. So I've already done succession and we've mastered it and we've been successful ever since.
Thank you so very much, Ms. McCormick. Our next candidate to speak is Ms. Metalis. We want to know, what does a succession plan look like to you?
Thank you so much for the question, Dr. Pierre. And so for me, personally, I would say that our succession plan is alive and well and in place. And I say so because for the past 5 years, SANTLA has created a leadership program that has graduated now 60 really powerful young Haitian Americans who are ready to take up the mantle of leadership in our community. So they're not necessarily prepared and groomed for over a full year to only lead in the Haitian community. They may choose the space in which they're going to demonstrate what they have learned over a full year of learning and doing and engaging with other leaders. And so I would say that we have made it a point to not only establish that leadership pipeline for our own community's well-being, but also to ensure that that leadership bench would be built such that the day that I say, okay, goodbye, everybody, there are people who can have next. And right now we stand at 60 strong and growing. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Ms. Grant, same question to you. What does a succession plan look like to you?
Thank you, Dr. Pierre, for the question. So all right, so I'm not a politician and I don't think I have plans to be becoming one, but what I do know is that Haitians are here and they're here in Broward and we're here to stay. We're just gonna grow and continue to grow. So therefore it's my duty to identify those who demonstrate leadership in our Haitian community and groom them to make sure that they take on the baton well after I'm gone. The goal is to make sure we have as much representation as possible in all levels of government. Without a seat at the table, our community will suffer. And we've seen it time and time again. So my legacy will always be the advocacy and pursuit of Haitians situated in elected offices in all aspects of this country, making positive and effective waves along the way. And all I can do is keep pushing. I know a couple already that see me running and have that bug in them. So I'm hoping that, I can impart and then they can follow me to the journey. And that's what I'm looking to do. Thank you.
Wow, perfect. The timer went on right when you stopped. Beautiful. All right, our next question, the same question for Ms. Thomas. What is your succession plan?
You're on mute.
I need to learn better, sorry. So I have been afforded the opportunity to work as a deputy city clerk with the city of North Miami. And through my career in doing elections, I find that a lot of our youth are not, they're not aware of the election process. So in saying that, my succession plan is to mentor young adults in school about civic engagement, public service, and the importance of giving back. And that's creating a leader within our children for future generations, right? So a lot of our students right now, they really don't understand the legislative process. And I want them to feel comfortable that they can go to their elected officials or feel comfortable in writing a simple policy that makes sense, that's important to them, and not downplay them. So I want them to feel comfortable doing that. And a lot of them, they may say, oh, I've made a lot of mistakes in life and I don't think I'm ready for it. But as Robin Roberts on Good Morning America says, make your mess your message. And I will instill that in all of our young leaders as a mentor to help them in fortifying, the importance of election and writing these and implementing, you know, policies that will not only help them, but future generations and the people that really needs us. And my other succession plan is, there's an aging population in our community. I went over?
No, 30 seconds, go ahead.
Okay, we have an aging population in our community, that's District 5. And I just wanted to create a program where we can help our senior citizens and also build programs for our youth. Although we have affordable housing, you know, in our community coming, and it's a great thing, but we got to remember our seniors and we have to remember our youth. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Ms. Assad, can we hear your succession plan, please?
Thank you. My succession plan as a leader and as a mentor as well in the community is to make sure that I leave behind a legacy. Education is, I'm very dear on that. And education, again, in a broader way, making sure that these kids that are coming behind us, they know the importance of leadership, the true meaning of standing with your community and make a difference. This is my succession plan.
Wow, thank you. The timer didn't even go off yet. Thank you so very much, Ms. Assad. Thank you so
You're
very
welcome. You're welcome.
Ms. Metayer, what does your succession plan look like?
Thank you, Vanessa. So my succession plan starts the first 90 days I enter office, and it looks like this. I will continue growing relationships with city staff that I have built over the years. This is very important because a central part of making sure I do the job as an elected official is making sure that they are also at the forefront, and I am building those relationships with them. And in return, the community is being heard. Second, I will continue with virtual conversations, community meet and greets, office hours, and make sure I don't become disconnected with the community. And upon hearing their concerns, I'll make sure that we're moving towards tangible solutions. And then lastly, I will begin drafting a plan which moves my city towards decreasing its dependency on fossil fuels. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so very much. Ms. Joachim, can we hear what your succession plan is?
Hello, thank you. Again, my name is Kathleen Joachim. I have to tell you, I am a mom through and through. And everywhere I go, someone's always passing me their children. So I always have young men and women always around. And my plan is to really push for our young men and women to start getting involved in the boards that we have in the city of North Miami Beach. We have all these boards and it is difficult to get them to more or less dedicate an hour of their time monthly to these boards to get involved in their community, to know every aspect of the city of North Miami Beach. My goal is to make sure they learn to crawl before they walk. A lot of them may seem to think, oh, okay, I'm just gonna run, but it takes a lot. And you need someone that's been there to really mentor you. And I know that a lot of our children in high school don't know that Miami-Dade County Public School have a board that they elect someone, a student advisor. My daughter was a student advisor for Miami-Dade County Public School in 1995-96. So I want to make sure that they know to advocate in their school and also in the city that they reside. Thank you.
Thank you so very much to all the candidates that informed us of their succession plan and how they want to pass the baton on after their legacy of serving in office. I would like to right now to pass it on to Naomi Blamier, who is going to lead the next segment.
Wow, ladies, this is just really awesome. And I just like the spirit that is rising here tonight. And just you guys are communicating with such great passion. So merci beaucoup. Namo masa. I am going to go down the list before our next segment to make sure everybody knows what office each person is running for. So as I call your name, you will You will respond and you will say exactly the office that you're running for. And if there are particular cities connected to that office, please share it. Senator Daphne Campbell, what is the seat that you're running for and where is it located?
Senate District 35 is located from North Miami Beach, Biscayne Garden, Opalaka, Miami Gardens, Miramar, Pembroke Park, Pembroke Pines, West Park, Hallandale, and a little bit of Hollywood.
Excellent. Judge Phoebe Francois is running for re-election. Please tell us, where does that cover in Broward County?
It's a county court judge. It is all of Broward County, everywhere in Broward County, and they all can vote.
Excellent. And what is the group number?
Group number 27.
Très bien. Sheila Phyllis McCormick.
I'm running for District 20, which encompasses Broward County and Palm Beach County, the majority minority areas. And they're kind of scattered throughout. So we have all of Miramar, we have some Plantation, Tamarack, Sunrise, North Lauderhill, Lauderdale, just a myriad, there's a whole bunch. And we go all the way into Palm Beach County.
Excellent. Gypsy Metellus.
Second, while I unmute, thank you. It's County Commission District 3, and it includes the cities of Miami, El Portal, and Miami Shores. In the city of Miami, there are several neighborhoods that include Overtown, Liberty City, Little Haiti, Morningside, Upper East Side, which is Belmead, Shawcrest. There's Bay Harbor, excuse me, that's an additional city, and a bunch of unincorporated pockets that lie in that geographic area.
Excellent, thank you. Representative Dottie Joseph for re-election.
My district is District 108, and that's in the Florida House of Representatives as state representative. That includes Miami Shores, El Portal, Biscayne Park. So the entirety of those, and then parts of the city of Miami, including part of Liberty City, Little Haiti, Design District, Morningside, Upper East Side. And then you also have part of North Miami. I have mostly the northwest side. I go all the way to Northwest 17th Avenue on the west side, and then all the way to the water on the east side. And I also have whole swaths of unincorporated Dade.
Excellent. Narnique Grant.
I am just like Judge Phoebe, I'm also all of Broward County. So every 31 cities can vote for me.
Excellent.
School Board, Broward County, District 9 is the at-large seat.
Thank you. So we have two people at large, Judge Phoebe Francois for re-election and Narnique Grant for Broward County School Board, this seat 9. Stephanie Thomas, please tell us. Stephanie.
I am currently running for the City of Miami Commission District 5, which encompasses various neighborhoods, Shorecrest, Little River Gardens, Oakland Grove, Belmead, Little River Industrial District, Lemon City, Little Haiti, Upper East Side, Morningside, Buena Vista, Hadley Park, Liberty City, King Heights, Overtown, Fashion District, Wynwood, Town Park, and a little bit of Spring Garden, also the Government Center, Luminous Park, and Riverfront.
Thank you, Stephanie. Nadia Assad.
Nadia Assad, running for Lauderhill Commission Seat 3 in Lauderhill. It encompasses all the Lauderhill city, anybody that lives in the area of 311, 3351, the whole Lauderhill can vote for me.
Excellent. Nancy Mateer.
Yes, Nancy Mateer, Coral Springs Commissioner, seat 3, and it's Coral Springs at large. So anyone who is a resident of Coral Springs, Florida.
Excellent. Last but not least, Kitli Joachim.
Kitli Joachim, North Miami Beach Commissioner, Group 3. It's an at-large position. So anywhere you are in the city of North Miami Beach, as long as you have a black garbage can, you can vote for Kitli Joachim.
Thank you so very much, ladies. As I shared with you when we began, I told you we had 11 women on the call or on the Zoom. However, 14 women are running 4 seats in Broward and Miami-Dade County. We have Linda Julian, who is running for City of Miami Gardens Council seat number 5. Her website address is www.lindajulian.com. You can also find her on Facebook. We also have Marie Flor Lindor La Torture, who is running for Miami-Dade School Board District 7. Her website is www.electmarieflor2020.com. And we have Ludmila Domo, who is running for mayor of Miami-Dade County. I do not have a website for her, but you can find her on Facebook. Again, her name is Ludmila Domo, and we heard from Marie Woodson, who is running for State Representative District 101. At this time, we will turn the floor to Sandra.
Hi again, everyone. It's been a long 2 hours. So what I'll do is just forward to the Facebook Q&As. The way this will work will be popcorn style. So any 2 candidates can answer these questions, and we're going to do 3 questions. So the question number 1 is, how do you plan on keeping the Haitian American community engaged once you're elected or re-elected?
Can I answer? Yes. Okay. You have, first of all, in Tallahassee, we only spend 2 months. So the other 10 months you are in the community. So you have to engage, everyone who live in the community. You have to let them know what is going on. You have to, create different, like a task forces to let everybody involved, because if the community is big, if the city is big, it's nowhere. Like me, the Senate seat is almost 500,000 people. It's no way I could do it by myself unless I got the community involved. With the involvement of the community, and especially the youth, you get the youth to empower them, to coach them, to get them involved. Trust me, if you have collaboration of the community, your seat would be well taken care, the community would be well taken care, your resident would be happy, and this is why they would re-elect you again, back and back, back and back. I was in office for 8 years. I always get re-elected without no money because of the involvement I am in the community and the way I take care of my constituency.
Okay, Ms. Kedley, I saw you raise your hand, so you'll be next. Thank you, Senator Daphne Campbell.
I think that we need to go back to the same way that we were. Now we're trying to get these people vote. We go out there and knock on doors. As the block captain for Ulita Neighborhood Crime Watch, we have block captains in this area. And this is one of the things that I want to have throughout the city of North Miami Beach, block captains. And also for our Haitian community, as a radio DJ, I have a program from 3 to 4 o'clock, Monday to Friday, where they listen to me and they hear and they can call about their concerns. But for everyone else, we need to start having block captains where everyone's responsible and get the information back to us, or we go back knocking on doors and talk to these people. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to do it the same way, popcorn style. We're going to do 2 more candidates for question number 2. If you were elected tomorrow, what is the first issue you would tackle? Any 2 candidates can answer. I saw that Nadia had her hands up. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you, thank you. When I am elected, not if, when I am elected, the first thing that we will need to do is to have a SWOT analysis, making sure that we know what's going on within the city and discuss with the fellow commissioners, find out what's going on within the city so we can address the more pressing issues that we have in the city. That will be the first thing that I will be doing when I become commissioner. From that point on, we will know where we stand, especially with what's going on now in the COVID-19. Nobody can tell what's going to happen from now on after the election. So a SWOT analysis will be the first thing, the best thing to do for now until we find out what are the most present issues of the city so we can go ahead and address it by coming together and discuss it.
Thank you, Ms. Nadia Assad. The next person I raised their hand is Mrs. Sherphyllis McCormick.
The first thing I have for priority is to make sure that our economic development is prioritized, in which we need to make sure that our small businesses, as well as our citizens who are working, are getting the funding that they need, that they're able to get government contracts as we're opening up, and that they're able to get the government grants that are available. Simultaneously, I hope to introduce a bill into Congress that will open up a telehealth portal to make sure that all the disadvantaged people who are sick, who think they may have symptoms of COVID, or who just need medical attention, can start getting their needs met. Historically, we have an issue where we have not been provided healthcare or quality of care when it comes to treatment. And so right now we have an opportunity to use all of our telemedical resources to make sure that we're delivering that service at a cheap rate, especially as we're moving into an unknown area right now with COVID being spread everywhere. So those would be the two priorities. And we're strategically positioned to actually excel in this area, because in Florida, we have the second highest number of people who are Medicaid and Medicare. And we find that the Haitian community, in fact, have one of the largest number of healthcare professionals. So the healthcare community actually has an opportunity to have Haitian people leading the way in determining how we provide healthcare to everyone on a large scale. So this gives us the opportunity to lead the whole country in healthcare.
Thank you, Ms. Sherphyllis McCormick. Stephanie, I saw Ms. Thomas, I saw that you raised your hand, so we'll give this one to you and then we'll move on to the next question. 1 minute, please.
Okay, thank you. I believe I'm going to be working with Ms. McCormick when it comes to the underserved population and healthcare, because I believe telemedicine is something that we definitely need to go into. But going into when I become the commissioner, my first priority before I go in, obviously, is to go to meetings, homeowners association meetings, let our community know that these homeowners associations do exist. A lot of us didn't know, don't know, and we're just a little lost. So I want to build that communication within our community to let them know that these are the resources that are available to them. They have an opportunity to voice their opinions, and use our citizen patrol officers that we do have out there to kind of engage with our community and provide them with more information about what's going on in the community, especially the ones that are not, inclined with technology, because we have a lot of people that don't have access to it. So that's my first priority.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie. So we have 5 candidates who did not answer. So what we'll do, we'll give you an opportunity to answer. So the next question is a little bit towards Dottie and anyone else who wants to answer. So the question is, what does criminal justice reform looks like to you? So this was addressed to Dottie, but anyone else can answer after her.
So criminal justice looks like different things depending on who's in charge. So I'll meld in some of the other questions that were asked previously. As soon as I get elected, hopefully in August in the primary, my focus is going to turn to helping to elect more Democratic representatives and senators at the state level, and to make sure that we can take back the White House at the federal level. Why is that relevant to this question? What we can do at the state and federal level directly depends on who's in charge. So if you did not know that, I'm telling you it right now. I can give you a whole list of policies and legislation that I wanted to file, but are not going to see the light of day because of who is in charge. Everything, whether we're talking about repealing Stand Your Ground, making sure that Florida does not have any kind of citizens arrest laws, which is what we saw with Ahmaud Arbery, making sure that we reform our criminal justice system in terms of sentencing and adjudication and everything from the prosecutorial level to reform. Right now, we're in litigation over Amendment 4, which me and my colleagues, my Democratic colleagues, fought valiantly against, because Republicans who are currently in charge believe that people now have to pay some additional cost for their right to vote, which is constitutionally absurd. That being said, there are lots of things I'd like to do, but none of it matters unless and until we get more Democrats in office.
Thank you, Representative Joseph. Anyone else who wanted to answer?
Just to chime in just briefly, I think Representative Joseph is absolutely right. And a role such as the county commission, though you don't necessarily have purview over a number of criminal justice laws, but because the county commission represents a very powerful bully pulpit, we know that there are several issues that impact people of color in ways and more drastic ways than in other communities. And so we want to see those reforms take place. We want to advocate for them. We want to engage community residents and institutions to help push the legislature to get some of those reforms passed. We want to ensure that our community members would have continuous opportunities, whether it's through seal and expungement events, such that people be given a second chance. And we want to push as much as we can to engage as many segments of the community as possible to ensure that the promise of Amendment 4 comes to pass. And so I think we'll all have to be very vigilant that even though a certain set of issues are not within your purview, because of the fact that you represent communities impacted by these rules, by these policies, I think the advocacy is significant. The community engagement is significant, such that people can be rallied to support those legislators who can get these laws passed, such as Representative Joseph and of course, Senator Campbell. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll go ahead and pass it along to Anthony. We're near closing.
Thank you so much, Sandra. It's been a spirited forum. I've heard a lot of ideas that I didn't know, and a lot of people platform that I've actually enjoyed hearing. But if someone wants to support you, where can they go? And I'm gonna go down the list. You can let them know how they can reach out to you. We'll start off with Senator Daphne Campbell.
Well, I have a website. It's www.daphnecampbell.us. Let me say it in Creole. www.daphnecampbell.us. So que you can na website moi et après tout ça moi fait tout blé que moi passé et tout l'argent que moi importer dans la communauté. Vote on August 18 for the only Caribbean in District 35, Daphne Campbell. The Campbell soup.
Thank you. Next is Judge Phoebe Francois. Judge Phoebe?
Hi. Okay. My website is www.keepjudgephoebefrancois.com. www.keepjudgephoebefrancois.com, or they can email me at phoeberfrancois@gmail.com. Both of them involve my name, so it's very easy to remember. www.keepjudgephoebe.com and phoeberfrancois@gmail.com. If you email me, I'll email you back right away.
Thank you so much, Judge Phoebe. Next is Representative Dottie Joseph.
Thank you. So Judge Francois can't specifically ask you guys for money because the judicial rules don't allow her to do so. So I'm going to ask for her, okay? When you go to her website, please make a contribution. And that goes for anybody here on the call that you think that you like what you hear, you support them, you think that their policies are good, you think they'll represent you, you know, whether it's $5, $25, most of them, the maximum contribution, at least in my race, is $1,000, hint, hint. But seriously, like support, because it's one thing to say, you know, make your little comments on social media or make your big comments on social media. What gets us to get things done is contact with voters, and some of that costs money, especially in this new COVID-19 world. I'm going to speak for a lot of ladies on the call where I'm going to tell you it's very difficult. So how we need to reach voters is different. So please, please, please consider making a contribution, not just to Judge Francois, but also to me. Dottie Joseph, that's Dottie Joseph, DOTIE Joseph.com, just one T. While I'm on that note, make sure that you're registering to vote by mail. If you're not sure how to do that, when you go to that same website, dottiejoseph.com, just click on district and voter information. You can request your ballot to vote by mail. Make sure to do that. Do not wait till the last minute. And in this COVID-19 world, you don't want to be out there anyway. So just make sure you get your ballot mailed at home so that you can get your vote taken care of and you don't have to worry about it. Right now, we are literally in the fight for our lives. You see what's going on with the White House. See what's going on with our community. Like literally people's lives are on the line. And it's going to continue to be that way unless we get our stuff together. In Florida, We outnumber quite a many group, but our representation is not there. So when you don't vote, somebody else votes for you. And I'm begging you, for all the people who are needlessly dying, for all the people who are going to continue to be exposed while we suffer under the current administration, please, please, please vote people who can submit and fight for and protect our interests. Thank you.
Thank you, Dottie. Next is Ms. Sheila Sherfilis McCormick.
Hi, everybody. You can reach me at www.sheilaforcongress.com. We also have a text line, which is 833-751-0555, in which you can text Sheila Cares, or if you want to find out wherever we're having food distribution, mass distribution, or if you just need any kind of help. We have people available to help you with the applications for the PPP. We have people to help you with unemployment, and we just have people to support the community now more than ever. I want to stress to everybody that we must be involved in this actual election, which is coming up in August. Many people don't know there's an election in August. In my district, we have approximately 200,000 voters, but in our primaries, we're only seeing close to 69,000. And the reason why it's more imperative now than ever is that our district is one of the hot spots throughout the United States when it comes to COVID. So we're suffering the most, but we're not having the most resources, and we're not having the most attention placed on us to make sure that we're actually going to be able to survive and thrive after this pandemic ends. And it will come to an end. And it's more important now than ever that we actually are using our minority vote collectively to say that these are the things that we need. So once again, you can reach me on my text line, which is 833-751-0555. Or you can reach me at my website, www.sheilaforcongress.com. And if you would like to donate, that would be wonderful. We're leading a forceful election. You know, last quarter we outraised the 28-year incumbent, and it's because we're leading a movement for our future and for our survival. So I thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sheila. Next is Miss Gypsy Metellus.
Okay, it's easy. It's gypsymetellus.com. And I want to remind us all that May is Haitian Heritage Month, right? And so, yes, this year we had to celebrate in very subdued ways, given COVID-19 and its impact on our community. But I would urge us all to put our money where our pride is. If you're proud of the 14 plus women of Haitian-American, of Haitian descent or Haitian-Americans who are running for office to represent us well, to reflect well on our communities, to serve us well, I would urge you to support financially. And I would urge you to support with your time as well, because I think we can all use volunteers, even as we are deploying different strategies and different tactics to campaign in this context. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Metellus. Next is Ms. Narnique Grant.
Thank you, and I appreciate this panel and every woman that's on here. I am just grateful to be amongst such great women. So where you can reach me is narniquepierre-grant2020.com. That's www.narniquepierre-grant2020.com. I would appreciate any monies you can provide for me, anything, I'll take anything. And I look forward to your vote on August 18th. I just wanna preface that you need to vote for me on August 18th if there is a runoff in November. So you have to vote for me. And a lot of people don't vote in August, just like Sheila said, but there is a primary in August. Please don't forget to come and vote for me, and also your vote by mail ballot. As soon as you get on the Supervisor of Elections website, that pops up right away, like they're giving you the option to do it right away. So make sure that you all do that, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Narnique. The next person is Ms. Stephanie Thomas.
Hello again, everyone. My website address is www.electstephaniethomas.com. My Facebook site is Elect Stephanie S. Thomas Commission D5. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram, Steph_biz_D5. And I am so grateful to be here on this platform with all these wonderful leaders, women leaders. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here. And look out for me for maybe this year, because, you know, our commissioner stepped down last week. So we may be having a special election or an appointment this year. So I may be in the seat sooner than I expect with your support and with your help. So step in and step up with me for our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Next, we have Miss Nadia Assad. Ms. Assad?
Thanks again. Nadia Assad, you guys can join me in on my website. It's votenadiaassad.com. If you want to donate, which we in dire need now, we all need donation because the campaign usually it doesn't run itself. Believe it or not, you guys, we need your support. So we also know that what's going on with the COVID-19, it's not easy for everybody, financial stress going on and everything else, but whatever you guys can do for us, the ladies that you see here, go ahead and do it. My Cash App also is $ASSAD for Lauderhill. Don't forget to reach out if you have any questions. And I'm gonna remind my people from Lauderhill that are watching, if you guys have not filled out your census, please go to my website, www.votenadiaassad.com. There will be a button that will take you straight there, and it takes a couple of minutes for you to go ahead and do that because it's a very important subject. We're gonna definitely need that after all that COVID-19 going on. We can use that money. We can use the resources. Again, Nadia Assad for Lauderhill Commission, seat 3. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Assad. Next is Miss Nancy Mateer.
Hi, everyone. If you would like to support me, first thing you can do is go to my website, www.nancymateer.com, or you can call me at 954-507-2095. On my website, you can volunteer to do phone banking. Right now, we're doing wellness checks on our community residents and our elderly. We're also asking you to ask folks you know who live in Coral Springs to support me. And support means telling somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody that I'm running for election, that I'm running for Coral Springs Commissioner seat 3 on November 3rd. And lastly, if you can donate $20.20, $20.20 goes a long way for our election and getting me into the seat. So thank you. If you would like more information about me, please follow me on Facebook, Nancy Mateer, or on IG and Twitter at Nancy Mateer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Mateer. And finally, Ms. Ketley Joshua. If someone wants to support you, where can they go, Ms. Ketley?
Thank you, Anthony. Ladies, it's been a blast. You can go to my website, which is ketleyjoachin.com. The Ketley is spelled K-E-T as in Tom, L-E-Y, and the Joachim is J-O-A-C-H-I-M. That's how Ketley is spelled, K-E-T-L-E-Y. ketleyjoachin.com. My phone number is 786-252-2479. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at ketleyjoachin.com or Ketley Joachin. Or you can listen to the radio station Monday to Friday, 1360 with Pouchon. We're there from 3 to 4 o'clock. On Tuesday from 3 to 5. So call me, please donate. It is very important as tomorrow is Memorial Day. My daughter is serving this country and has been doing it since 1997. So please take the time and reflect on the people that have given their lives for this country. I'm a mom, I'm a daughter, I'm someone's wife. So please don't just sit at home. Go out there and vote November 3rd. North Miami Beach is a beautiful place, and we want to make sure that you vote for someone that know what is going on, someone that's been serving the community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ketley. Next, I'll pass it on to Mr. Surin, who will take it from here.
Thank you, Anthony. We are here with the end of our program. Wow, time does fly indeed when you're having fun. Well, first I want to say a big thank to Naomi Blemire for selflessly spearheading this program tonight. I want to thank our co-hosts, Sandra, Vanessa, and Anthony, who patiently shared their time to make this event possible. And I want to thank every one of those candidates: Daphne Campbell, Phoebe Francois, Sheila McCormick, Gypsy Metellus, Dottie Joseph, Mary Woodson, Nani Pierre Grant, Stephanie Thomas, Nadia Pierre, Nadia Assad, Nancy Mete, Ketli Joachim. You guys are very fascinating women in our community. We've just experienced the most fascinating hour of this historical moment with 11 Haitian-American women candidates in Miami-Dade and Broward counties alone. Being Haitian is tough. Being a woman is tougher. Being Haitian woman is a lot of challenge, but you all have risen to the challenge and become powerful and impactful in our community. So we wish to have every one of you to women engaged and involved in our community to benefit everyone and our people at large. Please support every one of these women, and we wish them all success in each and their races. To the viewers, we thank every one of them for the participation, the question, and the support. Thank you for tuning in and joining us for this special event. May God bless every one of you, bless our people, and enrich our various communities. Have a good night and take care, every one of you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so very
Best
much.
of luck.
So very much. Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you. God bless.
All right, ladies.
Good night. Thank you.
Have a
Good
blessed
night. Thank
Memorial
you.
Day. Thank you, Naomi. I love you.
Thank you,
Mama.
Naomi.
Judge Phoebe, my husband is also Francois, so it is a lot of you around.
Thank you to all the viewers.
Yes, thank you to all of you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your
Here's
patience.
my leave button. Okay.
All right, you
Here
all have
it
a great
is.
night.
Good job. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oops, I won't leave.
Happy Memorial Day.